is it potato? Watch the screen and wait for the show. What's revealed, we're dying to know. Is it DIRTh or a potato? Check it out. DIRTh or potato? Yes, I'm right, let's go. DIRTh or potato? It's the game that steals the show. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? DIRTh or potato, what will you find? Right on! Yo, can you tell what's underneath? A derpy mugshot or a root beneath? With every guess, we laugh and cheer. Is it DIRTh or a potato? Let's make it clear. Hang it up, give it a show. DIRTh or potato, let's go. Skank it out. Is it from the dirt or a funny disguise? Could it be a tater or a pair of eyes? What's in the ground or lurking around? DIRTh or potato, where will it be found? Could it be smooth or full of lumps? Maybe it's grown on someone's big rump. Get your guess in, let's see what's true. DIRTh or potato, it's all up to you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? DIRTh or potato, what will you find? A pile of soil or a starchy friend? Guess it right and you'll ascend. Look real close, don't let it slide. Is it DIRTh or a potato waiting inside? Let's go, rude boys. The garden patch or a silly trick? Will you pick the right one or end up quick? Whether it's dirt or a golden spud, DIRTh or potato, here comes the flood. A mystery unfolds, what will it be? A lovely spot or DIRTh, can't you see? With every reveal, we're in for a laugh. DIRTh or potato, it's the ultimate craft. DIRTh or potato, guess it right, let's go. DIRTh or potato, it's the game that steals the show. Beneath the earth or just pretend, a lump of soil or some dumb tread. Pick your choice, don't hesitate. DIRTh or potato, now seal your fate. What's in the box, what will appear? A mash of dirt or something unclear. Make your move, we're almost through. DIRTh or potato, it's all on you. Will it be fries or a dirty pile? Guess it wrong and we'll laugh for a while. Test your luck, it's time to go. DIRTh or potato, let the guessing flow.
Welcome. I'm glad that you all survived the Rapture. Apparently, it was supposed to happen. But I didn't notice. I didn't notice any rapturing happening, so maybe it didn't. Every year about this time, people predict that there's going to be a rapture, and once again, it didn't. You know what I'd like to do is I'd like to bet the money. Be like, I'll bet you $10,000 it doesn't happen tomorrow. Because if it does, right, then they're like, oh, yeah, if they're sure about it, like, oh yeah, sucker, right? I don't know. I don't think they have that the conviction of their beliefs. Welcome everybody to this Tuesday night. It was a cold day, cold day back in. It was around the very beginning of February of the year 2025 when I watched a video with you all. And in that video, we watched Flat Earth Dave talking with Dr. Shiva. And in there, I predicted that Dave would not. He would not want to participate. He would not show up to a panel of along with other flat earthers to discuss with scientists doing experiments, putting together an experiment that they would commit to following the results of. My dog is barking. Shush. And we did a poll. I did a poll during that live stream. And, you know, if you were in that live stream, if you remember, just pop in the chat, say, I was there. I was there. Because a lot of you were. So I'm gonna pull up the relevant portion of it. So in case you're wondering, this is coming up soon. In case you missed it, this is happening in it's supposed to be happening on November 8th. So I think that's pretty exciting. Let's see. There it is. God, I didn't set up the scene yet. Don't worry. I'm a professional. I got it covered. Oh, 33. 33 is just like colon cancer. You don't want them ever. Rapture your white pasty skin outside in the sun instead of just talking about it all day. I heard the allegations about recently resurfacing a frame. A frame? A fane? Okay. Not good. Not good at all for ooh. Well, I don't know what you're talking about with those allegations, but you know, be sure to follow up on them. And you know what? I was outside today playing Ultimate Frisbee, but living here in Minnesota, the sun was rather low in the sky already. But on Saturday, I'll be outside coaching, and it'll be right when the sun's high in the sky for Minnesota, and I'll get some sun then. So I'm glad you're concerned about the vitamin D that I'm getting. So there we go. All right, we got some people that were there. All right, so what was the prediction that the poll did? But all right, Peter Markley says anyone who reads the Bible knows exact predictions of end times are always wrong. See Matthew 24:36, Matthew 25:13, Mark 13:32. Of course. That's why it's always so funny when people declare the day, and I don't know which one of those is you don't know the day. Nobody knows the day. So when they predict the day, you're like, well, I'm sure it's not that day. As long as you know what, if they really wanted to like put it off, they could just predict every single day. Is that if they could wake up, you know, middle of the day, be like, you know what, it's tomorrow. If they just said that every day, then it'll never happen. So, okay. Let's see. Oh, my kid sent me a message. Hold on. Okay. I'll answer him tomorrow. He's going to Betty Bye. So here is right here. Here is that. You remember that? There it is. It looks a lot like the screen I'm on right now, except they don't have the Tron cars up on this screen. So this is a little inception here. And let's see. I gotta go. It's at 4 hours 16 minutes, and it's at 4:12 right now. So I need to jump ahead. That was a 5-hour live stream. Whew, who does that? All right. Back it up a little. Make sure we got the audio coming through. All right, here we go. Let's see what the poll said.
All close together, but there's no cables going there because it's over twice the distance that it shows on a globe.
But yet flights exist, Dave. Piece of crap.
3 times the distance. And when you look at all these cables, they make absolutely no sense on a.
Well, that's a different issue. I mean, yeah, that's just the way that they did the whatchamacallit.
See, Shiva gets the market.
Well, I disagree. I mean, everything matches.
I disagree.
Matches a flat Earth, right?
Okay. All right, Dave, I got to go.
All right.
But this is
all right. So that's they just have a wrap up there. So the poll on whether or not Dave would agree to the method, no, 96%, yes, 3%. If you thought that Dave, there it is, 96% think that Dave will not come for the debate. Notice the background there. I was working on the wall behind me here. That was early February, and I didn't even have the top part of the wall up. I still had the curtain up because the window was just too reflective. And here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing. Hold on. Oh, it's not. I got my. Yeah, that's a great pause face. Well, good job. Oh, the foot pedal not working. Okay, hold on. How's that? I'm not looking the other direction. I guess good pause face. Okay. Hold on. I forgot. Get your tabs out. Drink your tabs. You're going to have it for safety or else. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So my wife's like, yeah, gonna move to the other room. So yeah, I'm gonna be moving to a different room. So all the work I did here will be used, but not for this particular, not for my office, studio office anymore. I'll be in a, it's unfinished. So it means I get to finish another room. Yay. Guess what I'm going to put up? I'm probably just going to put up reclaimed pallet wood. I've got some pallet wood right behind that wall right there. This one right here. Behind this wall, there's some pallet wood. So I'll have to get more. Anyway, what was I saying? Here we go. I'll let myself out of that pause face. Dave would actually do that. Who are you? I'm curious who in the chat thought that Dave would actually agree to that. Anyway, just you know, let me know if that was you. I mean, maybe you mistyped it or something. So all right, somebody. Okay, now there's another part. My favorite part was looking at Dave's face when he was so sad. I couldn't find it though, so I kept laughing at his posture when he's like, oh, his slumping posture. Hold on. Okay. So in case you're wondering, of course, Dave has chickened out. He has officially said he won't go, and the thumbnail to this video is Stone. Guy named calls himself Man of Stone. Hold on. No, there you go. Hold on. No. Okay. I was just looking at some to see if I could find the spot where I was talking about his slumping. Where was I? Okay, yeah, let's find the tweet. So today I was a little active on X, and I'll show you a couple of the things that I dredged up on X. So Dr. Shiva real quickly figured out that most of the flat earthers are posicrap, and including this one here, this pile of crap. He figured out this one's a pile of crap. And so this was a text message or DM on X that he sent to Witsit on, I don't know, September 19 or so. And so this is going over the experiment. So, and how it's going to be done to Witsit, who was invited. There's this, but this is the important part right here. So this says the panel will proceed as follows. Introductions. Define the problem. Number 2. Number 3, state the hypothesis. Now this is something that flat earthers are incapable of doing. You ask a flat earther, state the hypothesis for flat earth in regards to some particular thing. They can't. They will never talk about flat earth. They will never give a hypothesis. And then they definitely will never do number 4, define mathematical models in support of your hypothesis. No flat earther has the ability or willingness to define mathematical models for flat earth, because as they know, as soon as they do that, it's testable. And the most important thing for flat earthers is to never allow flat earth to be testable. They never want to allow flat earth to be falsifiable. It's a cult. It's a religious belief system. And if you take your religious belief system and make it falsifiable, then it crumbles, because people are going to go and test it. So that's why they won't do that. Anyway, then define The sources to gather data to validate the hypotheses, define how the gathered data will be organized, define the methodology on how the gathered data will be matched with the mathematical models, define and enforce. So you're going to do, what are you going to do? Does anybody know what that looks like? Does anybody know like how anybody, has anybody ever said this kind of thing before?
I'm going to discuss how we would look for a new law. In general, we look for a new law by the following process. First, we guess it. Then we well, don't laugh, that's really true. Then we compute the consequences of the guess to see what, if this is right, if this law that we guessed is right, we see what it would imply, and then we compare those computation results to nature, or we say compare to experiment or experience, compare it directly with observation to see if it works. If it disagrees with experiment, it's wrong. And that simple statement is the key to science. It doesn't make a difference how beautiful your guess is. It doesn't make a difference how smart you are, who made the guess, or what his name is. If it disagrees with experiment, it's wrong. That's all there is to it. It's true, however, that one has to check a little bit to make sure that it's wrong, because someone who did the experiment may have reported incorrectly, or there may have been some feature in the experiment that wasn't noticed, like some kind of dirt and so on. I'd have to obvious check. Furthermore, the man who computed the consequences, even it may have been the same one who made the guesses, may have made some mistake in the analysis. Those are obvious remarks. So when I say if it disagrees with the experiment, it's wrong, I mean after the experiment has been checked, the calculations have been checked, and the thing has been rubbed back and forth a few times to make sure that the consequences are logical consequences from the guess, and that in fact it disagrees with a very carefully checked experiment.
Oh yeah, that's the guy that said that. Do you see this in right here, in number 3, number 4, right? And then you check it, you compare it right here. Number 6, define how, or number 7, define how it will be to match with the mathematical model. And if it doesn't match, it's wrong. And I played the longer version so that we can see where he's talking about you need to be sure that the mathematical model is correct. And what do flat earthers never get correct when it comes to the globe? They never get the mathematical model of the globe correct. Never. So this is what should happen here is this is simple. And this is what I offered to Awake Souls and Limitless, Jason and Ronnie. I said, look, we're going to have a scientific debate. So we're going to do a similar thing. What are we going to do? Well, let's do this right here. We're going to do the same type of thing as Feynman said. Oh, this isn't the right one. Oh my goodness. Hold on. That's the wrong one. There, this is it. Here it is. Here's the format that I said, hey guys, this will be a great format. Let's use this format here. And let's see. This isn't going to show super awesome, but I can do it here. So here is the format of the debate. Team A, presentation of hypothesis. Then the computation of consequences. I even used Feynman's words. And then Team B does the same. Team A then compares the consequences to the results for the observation of their experiment. You just go and do science. That's the beautiful thing. The debate, a scientific debate, as defined here, you go do science. And you know what the flat earthers did? They ran like sissies because they know what's going to happen. If they produce a model of some sort, if they compute consequences based on their hypothesis, it won't work. They know they must use the globe to do it. And that's the trick that Jason and Ronnie have used. They go and they get the globe and they hide it behind software because they intend to deceive people. So they don't want the people to know that there's software that's using the globe to make the computations. They go, hey, this is our flat Earth model, but it's not a flat Earth model. It's a globe model. And do you know what? When the Ether boys go and do their celestial theodolite, right? They're like, oh, let's go do this, and they create a model wrong for the globe, right? It's not the correct model. They assume no refraction, and they move the observer for no apparent reason. But when you actually use the model correctly, when you leave the observer where the observer is, and you look at the mountain, and they're doing the timing of the occultation of the stars, and you actually apply the globe, you're like, hey, nailed it. Totally nailed it. When you do that, the globe works. When you get the model correct. When you don't get the model correct, right? These people that don't know how to do science, they get it wrong. And then they go, therefore flat. But wait a second, you didn't test flat Earth. You used the distance between the observer and the mountaintop using the Haversine formula. Right? They use Google Earth or Google Maps distances using the Haversine formula. You didn't test flat Earth if you did that. You need to get the distance using flat Earth, number one. Number two, they use stellarium, the position of the stars in stellarium. Here's the crazy thing. They agree that stellarium accurately predicts the position of the stars, conceding the Earth is a globe when they do that. Because stellarium uses the globe to get the position of the stars. Stellarium positions the stars in a sphere. You can't have a sphere around flat Earth unless you think that flat Earth is a frisbee in space. And very few flat earthers think that. And also, it would have to be a frisbee in space where half of the stars are underneath the flat Earth all the time, which of course isn't the case. There is always a GP for every star every second of the day, and we can confirm this because there are ways to track positions of stars other than optically. We can use radio signals to identify the positions of stars. So we can identify positions of stars during the daytime. And they don't go away. They don't stop existing just because the sky turns blue. So, anyway, back to this. This was sent to Witsit. I'm not certain on the timing. I'm not gonna get on the timing, but Shiva and Witsit had a little bit of a tussle back and forth because apparently Witsit didn't respond quickly to the invitation or to this particular. He put up some emails. Let me see if I can. There it is. Yeah, here's an email on the 19th, and then Witsit replied on the 20. This is on the 23rd. So it's 4 days later when he replied with the details. So I don't know. 4 days, is that too long? Is it not long? I don't know. So anyway, back to this one here. I just want to say, in this video, if you watch it, I mention something. I mentioned that I already messaged Dr. Shiva. In this, right here, early February, I mentioned that I already messaged Dr. Shiva. Right? Okay, now, I want to show you. I want to show you this tweet, and let me see if I can get it up. This is an unauthenticated window. I'll see if I can pull up the tweet in the unauthenticated window, the incognito. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yep. Okay. So here it is. Here is Man of Stone right here, who is complaining, September 24, that would be yesterday, complaining that somebody blocked him. can't take it, can only dish it out. Right? See what he said there? He said, can't take it, can only dish it out. Notice that? Right? So, you know what? I'm going to have to use an authenticated window. You're going to have to see with my account. So hold on. I'll log in. I'll set up the screen right so you can see correctly. There we go. There we go. Give me a second. Just a second. I'll get it. All right. That's it right there. Okay, you'll see it. You're gonna love it. Yep, hold on. Oh, I gotta resize it all. Don't worry. I know you're not worried. All right, so there it is. There is Man of Stone complaining, right? Now, if I scroll here a little bit, you see this? Notice the color here. Is this color a little? Can you see that color on the 4 on the bottom left there? My cursor doesn't show up on this particular one. Notice that? And well, pay no attention to that red thing there. Let me just bring this one up here. And there it is. Okay, so yes, in fact, here it is. I'm saying flat earthers are incapable of doing science. This is in response to Stone. No, it's just a post today. Because you can see it is in response to Stone. This is after he blocked me. He blocked me. You can't propose the earth is flat and refuse to provide a testable hypothesis followed by a mathematical model that can compute predictions. Remember, we went over that. That's the key to science. When confronted with this impossibility, flat earthers block. They have to. It's self-preservation. Because Stone blocked me. He blocked me. The guy that just the day before complained about somebody blocking him blocked me. Turns out he can't take it. He can only dish it out. What a sissy. That's not a Man of Stone. That's flaccid. That's what that is. Super flaccid. Anyway, this is in response to me asking for a hypothesis for flat Earth and a mathematical model for flat Earth. Again, you're completely missing the target in your twisted assertion about a hypothesis for flat Earth being a requisite. Of course it's a requisite. Thinking that it's not requisite is just false. You can't do science without a falsifiable hypothesis. False. It's just false to think that you can't. Anyway, so there it is. There's a what a tough guy he is. I mean, how incredibly tough. Well, let's get this here. He calls himself Inventionaire. I don't know what that's about, but let's see. There we go. Here's his page here. So, yeah, there it is. There's his post right at the top there, complaining about other people that can't block, that shouldn't block. But you'll notice the color. I can't respond because he blocked me. Let's see here. Shiva keeps saying Witsit chickened out. I said, oh yeah, here, check this. Just because his convenient lies. Time to come clean and include me at the table. So Stone wants to come and be on the panel. He wants to be on Shiva's panel, but Shiva's like, no, you're a dick. And I said, but you refuse to participate. you would need to provide a hypothesis for flat Earth and a mathematical model for flat Earth. You are incapable of doing this. Remember, it was right here. This is from Dr. Shiva. You need to state your hypothesis and a mathematical model. Numbers 3 and 4 here. I need to zoom that. That's not helping you, is it? There it is. You need to do numbers 3 and 4. But he can't. He refuses to. Right? And he says, we don't need anything of the sort. You lying sociopath piece of human trash. Well, of course you do. It's in the statement that Shiva sent out. This is what the panel members are going to do. Isn't this hilarious? Oh, such a baby. Anyway, also note, this is good. He said, look at this. Did I hear you conclude there no collaboration possible? Because I said flat earthers won't do this. They won't provide a hypothesis. And he's like, are you saying that you can't collaborate? I said, no, flat earthers can't collaborate right here. Right? Flat earthers are incapable of doing science, because in science, you need to do the steps of science, make a hypothesis for your model, and then compute the consequences and compare them. You won't do that. These are necessary for collaboration. I'm ready to do this for the globe, so I am ready to collaborate. Which flat earthers do you think are capable or willing to do this? Weiss has already declared he is incapable. So Dave Weiss has already ran away like a flaccid potato. Again, you're completely missing the target in your twisted assertion about hypothesis for flat earth being a requisite. This is great here. To the panel that Shiva has defined the parameters for, we're going to do science. Stone says, all we are bringing to this meeting table are simply suggestions as to how to go about measuring lack of Earth curvature. Sorry, lack of Earth curvature is your conclusion. That's you're starting with the conclusion right there. That's the conclusion. Right? And I note that you've inserted your pre-selected conclusion into your goal. How very non-sciencey of you. And after this, he blocked me. That was it. That's all he could take. Now you'll note I didn't call him any names there. I didn't say, right? But he's doing that to me. He's chucking out the names, right? And he's very butthurt. Very butthurt. keep things dysfunctional. The dysfunction, of course, is people that refuse to do science in a scientific endeavor. So anyway, there is Man of Stone and DIRTh. They are chicken. No surprise, as predicted in early February, DIRTh would not come. I predicted it. You predicted it. I love being right. Do you love being right? Should I put up a poll? Do you love being right? Of course, I'm not going to do that. You all love being right. So there we go. Yeah, they do like saying Magoon. No, I don't care. I win when I win all the time, so I get it. Magic word gravity. Well, it's not magic. Gravity is empirically confirmed. Dick Wayne. Empirically confirmed. It has never, ever, ever been refuted. No flat earther has even really tried to refute gravity. Never. They just nuh-uh. Or when you talk about Cavendish experiments or torsion bars, they just say nuh-uh. They're like, you're not manipulating it. Of course we are. We are changing we're taking a mass, the thing that we are testing whether or not mass attracts mass. We're taking mass and putting it near another mass to see if they attract. We are specifically manipulating gravity. Isn't that great? It's so cool. Super easy to do. Okay. So do we have, I just want to see if we got any flatties in here, because we did have, I saw Awake Souls in here for a bit. I see Dick Wayne, of course. He doesn't ever miss a show. And we had 33, which I don't know. I don't know if 33 is, he's so dumb. It's hard to believe that he's actually serious. So, oh yeah, here we got Jerry one no teeth says you're so scared. No, I have declared the parameters of the scientific debate, and all they need to do is say, yeah, let's do science in the debate, and they don't want to. So, and I mean, I got the receipts. I do. I do love having the receipts. I'm always sure to keep them. I'll you know what? I'll put the link in here. So it's got screenshots of the emails. It's got them. It's got the screenshots. There you go. I pinned it. You can go look at it in your spare time. You can see where I say, hey, the moderator's mic from the Drunk Debunk Show attached is the format, and then they're like, no, I can't do that. Meh. Yeah, let's see, what did he say? This is not the agreed upon format. Of course it's not yet. Nobody's agreed upon the format yet. Right? Right here. Right here. Here it is. This is not, we had not yet agreed upon a format, only the time. Right? He says you have already agreed to it. I don't know why he thinks that I've already agreed to a format. I had not agreed to a format. That's why I wrote it and sent it. And then he sent this this binding structure is the moderator guidelines document, which is attached. Something I'd never seen before. This is the format for the moderator is expected to enforce now. Not gonna happen. So in fact, what it was basically a way for them to have a soapbox on our channel. Right? They don't get, if you want to have a soapbox, you got your own channel, have all your fan watch. Right? I'm sure Ronnie's mommy and Jerry No Teeth will watch and hang on your every word. So anyways, I never agreed to your format. I don't care what you do, because they're gonna take all their toys and go home. I don't care what you do. It's clear you're not about it's clear you are clout chasing. You can do your presentation to all your fan on your channel for as long as you want. You won't be using us to gain an unfiltered soapbox. If you don't want to participate in the scientific debate, we know why. Your model will fail when tested. Flat Earth always fails when tested. Every time, no exceptions. They can't answer anything for Flat Earth. Nothing at all. So, anyway, do we have, hey, PJCnet, who is PJC is one of the flatties that's a fan, or used to be a fan. And I don't know, are you still a fan, or have you left the fandom, leaving them only one fan left of Ronnie and Jason? Here we go. Let me scroll down here. PJ, where's PJ? PJC right here. Right there. There was a Rapture. I don't think so. I think that's more of a coping mechanism for the people that predicted a Rapture and then it didn't happen. They're like, oh, it totally happened. But it just happened spiritually. Like, you wouldn't notice. But those of us that are like, we're like totally awesome, like we totally spiritually raptured, and we realize that, but you didn't, because, you know, we're the super cool ones and you're not. Okay. And if you didn't know, there's a whole lot of, not just flurfs, but a whole bunch of people on TikTok that are saying that we're saying that, including, let me tell you, Witsit Witsit in I think his most recent one talked about yesterday. Talked about the 24th of September, I think. So good job, you failed there. Jim Daniels, Jack's brother, says, wait, y'all are saying the Rapture or not Rapture? It didn't happen. Can confirm, did not happen. Farstarotad. I don't know, is there a play on words there? Says the Rapture occurred, but it was just in my apartment. And the only true Christians exclusively wear Adidas hoodies. Oh wait, that's just my laundry. Kango44 says, how can Potato say anything matches Flat Earth when they have nothing they will commit to matching to? And that's it. And that's why he would never commit to participating in that type of an endeavor. Because as soon as you commit to something, they're done. Right? I had the courage to do it for the trip to Antarctica. I said, look, if the sun sets, and I said, give it all up, right? I was ready to do that. And I didn't have to worry. So I recorded a concession video. I uploaded it to YouTube. I played it for Jaron and Witsit in Antarctica in the hut at Halfway Point. I wasn't going to send it to them so they could get a copy of it or download or something like that, because it was really everything. It was, I said it all. I even said, I'm going to take over Globebusters and it's going to be bigger with me than it was ever on before. And I'm going to kick off Jaron and Witsit, something like that. And they laughed when I did that. Anyway, so that video, nope, gone. Right? I didn't have to, because I was right. The other video went out. I recorded 2 of them. Sea-Dog says, listening to Witspit whine about MCToon always makes my day. You know, the problem is that even though he says he's going to keep doing lots of videos, he just doesn't keep doing lots of videos. I mean, how can we laugh at his dumbness if he doesn't go and say some dumb things? Well, I'll tell you how. Let me pull it up here. Witsit actually commented on one of my videos recently, and I'll pull it up. There it is.
It's stepping to.
And I even I pinned it so you can all jump in right there. And let me get this up. It's the same. Oh, it's not the same. Hold on. So this is the comment section from that video where he comes in and he's whining about stuff. And I had posted on Discord, I'm like, hey, come if you want to have you want to poke a little bit at the Witsit, the Witspitter, you can. Oh, we got some kitty. Come on. Oh, we got an orange cat. Hello, orange cat. How you doing, turtle? Meow. He's super noisy. There we go. How you doing? Nothing? Give me some noises, huh?
He doesn't want to give you what you want.
Come on. Wait, you're not angry. What's wrong with you?
Simple, just hold him like a baby.
Oh, okay. Is that better? Oh, yeah. Oh, such a good boy. There we go. That made him happy. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Do I have cat hair? I do.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks, cat. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get this back up on screen. There it is. So Witsit came in. This was the video where he was he had paid extra money to have girls only on Omegle or whatever, the monkey something platform. He goes, "This is pathetic." And if you actually watch the stream, that you cut out of context. We watched almost the whole thing. I didn't cut it out of context. He doesn't watch the videos. He comments without watching the video as if he knows what's in the video. This is what's hilarious, right? He's such a narcissist that he just assumes what's going on and assumes he's right. In the beginning, Alan tells me to watch out because men pop on there showing inappropriate things. Yeah? Then don't go on there at all. But he still, when he went to a new person, he did it off screen and then went back on screen, right? Anyway, which is why I did girls only, and it's supposed to be adults only. But obviously it's not. That doesn't make it okay. It's supposed to be something, but it's not that thing. You know that. So don't go there. Duh. So this suggestion I'm intentionally targeting underage girls is laughably dishonest BS. But let's look right here. We've got Icy Spin. Always coming in with receipts. Quoting Witsit, "I think it's low-key cool though in a way. It's cool to talk to someone that's like 13. No, it's not, Witsit. Don't talk to somebody that's 13 without their parents' approval. Like, you can, like, you're going to volunteer somewhere. There's a process for that. You don't just get a walk in and say, hey, I think it's low-key cool. I'm like low-key cool to talk to. No. Naughty. You not low-key cool. Anyway, so there it is. If any of you, feel free to go in, let Witsit know what you think. Sort by newest. He's at the it's pinned also. But he just doesn't make enough content to laugh at him enough. I mean, I'm not asking him to go do more, right? Anybody that wants to stop doing flat earth content, go ahead. Stop doing flat earth content and probably won't get my attention as much. But if he's I'm gonna laugh at him all day long. So 1/n² for $5 says, MCToon, do you think ultimate frisbee should be an Olympic sport? I always kind of laugh at the people that are like, I think this should be an Olympic sport. Because who cares? It's really not that important. But it's often something that's not much of a sport. And you're like, I don't know if that's a sport. Like yo-yoing. Should yo-yoing be an Olympic sport? I don't think so. What about breakdancing? I don't think breakdancing should be an Olympic sport. Do I think flag football should be an Olympic sport? I do not. I do not think flag football should be an Olympic sport. In the United States, there's enough football. We got enough. It's like, you know how when it's voting season, right? Every 4 years, like, you can't go anywhere without seeing an ad or something, or an argument or a discussion or a video or a clip or a reel or a short or a TikTok or whatever of political stuff. And it feels like that in football season every year. So let's see, it's September. They've started football, haven't they? I think they have. I don't know. Anyway, flag football I don't think should be an Olympic sport. But should ultimate frisbee be an Olympic sport? Sure, I think that'd be fine. It's my understanding though that the LA Olympics, flag football's in it. Ultimate is not. So I don't know. I don't care enough. Sorry. Just a Messenger says, math, Effies have more basic problems to deal with. Yeah. Like not drinking your piss. Right? Start with that, guys. Unfornicated says, they always hide behind falsification is independent of replacement. Like it's a shield from the need to have a model. They do sit behind that. Right? They'll say it's flat. Right? That's the replacement. You've stated the replacement. And then they're like, oh, falsification is independent of replacement. But you've claimed a replacement. So you need to provide evidence for the replacement, number one. Number two, you didn't falsify. You didn't understand the model. You incorrectly applied the model. So let's do this. We figure out the prediction for the globe. You figure out the prediction for flat Earth. There you go. And then we go and do an experiment. Right? How pure is that? We figure out the globe model. You figure out your model. They run scared to death when you do that, when they are confronted with that. 1/n², please acknowledge that Java is an inferior what? That our president should ban by executive order? No. Java is a fantastic programming language. I mean, there's better ones like Swift, right? I like me some Swift, but no, Java's good. One of the reasons, see, I have to support the code I write. So I want to be able to come back to it later and be able to read it. So Perl is out. Also, I like strongly typed languages. It's a little more work up front. So strongly typed language, if you don't know what a language, what strongly typed means, when you declare a variable, you're going to put something in it. You're going to put a word in it. When you do it in a loosely typed language like PHP, JavaScript, or Python, you just say A equals, and then quote, and then some text, right? And then later you can say A equals, and then a number. You can put a number in it. And if you don't remember that you put a number in it, that it happened while you weren't, something else was happening, and you come back later and you go, oh, let me take, and I'll take the text that I thought was in A, I'm going to concatenate on some more text. Well, you can't concatenate a number on with text. It doesn't quite work like that. Or if it's a string, if you got text in it and then you try to multiply it because you think it's a number, well, that doesn't work. So a strongly typed language means then on the other side that you say before you use it, this is going to be only having letters in it, and this is only going to have numbers in it. And not just numbers, it's going to have numbers of this particular size. It can count from plus or minus 2 billion, right? A 32-bit number or a 64-bit number. Whatever you need it to be, and it won't change it. You can't change it. It's enforced. I love that. So Java, yes. Now Swift gives the balance. That's what I like, Swift. You can do things where you don't have to declare it extra. You don't get an extra step to declare it. You can declare it when you use it first. And it figures it out. I like that. It's nice. Okay. Anyway, no. Java's great. Far Starer Tad says throwing the toys out of the pram is flurf debates. Absolutely, every time. So here's the thing. Some flat earthers, they pretend like they want to be serious. Okay, fine. We'll have a scientific debate. Oh, you don't want to do that? Okay, fine. Well, that's fine. Take your toys. Go throw them out of the pram. Run home. Cry to your mommy. Or you just want to, talk and be silly and we're just going to, laugh at you. Okay, we could do that too. I'm not coming into it serious, right? I'll give you a chance. But of course, we all know what's going to happen. You're going to make a fool of yourself and the rest of us are just going to chuckle at it. Everybody wins. Well, not everybody. Flat Earth doesn't win. But they're used to it. That's what they get. That's what they always are. Bill Garrett says, I'm a firm believer in the theory of cat Earth. Yes. shaped like a cat. Tim Davidson says, I've been telling everyone the raptures really happened. You just weren't good enough. There you go. Apparently, even the ones that thought they were good enough weren't good enough. They're like, were you good enough? No, you weren't. False. Philip Beretta says, it didn't take much to predict DIRTh was going to run. The look on his face when Shiva first described the process said it all. 13 minutes behind live. Yeah, I never found, I didn't find it. It's a 5-hour video. I'm not going to review all of it just to find that one spot. So Melodic Lyric says, the one true answer, Rust. Are you talking about programming languages? I've not done much Rust, but what I've done, I like it. I like Rust. It's a good language. Kango44 says, make programming great again. Deport Java, Swift, Objective-C. What? Wow, man, Kango. Them's fighting words. What are you talking about? What, Kango, what programming language are you going to go for? Algol? Ada? You go Ada. You program everything in Ada. Kango 44. All right, where are you? Thoughts on lots of astronomers still using Fortran. Fortran's okay for that kind of purpose. It's the reasons why Fortran is good is because it is super strongly typed. And so it's really not any better typed than Java, really. Where Python is used for an awful lot of astronomy now. A loosely typed language. So, I don't know. I mean, I love Python. I just don't like that it's loosely typed. I also don't like about Python that you can use tabs or spaces. Okay, we're getting into the weeds here again, people. In a regular, in common programming languages, as C, Java, JavaScript, C++, language related to that, when you write something like if, right, and then the conditions, and then you put an open curly bracket, and then you put the block of a code in there, and then a closed curly bracket. So everything between the open and closed curly bracket is tied to that thing right before it, whatever it was, an if statement or a function or a method or whatever. In Python, it's the indent. So there's no open curly brace or closed curly brace. You say if and then some text, and then go to the next line and indent it with a tab or with 2 spaces or 3 spaces or 4 spaces or 5 or 10 or 50 or 30 spaces, right? You can, whatever you choose. And then every single line after that that has the exact same indent is part of that block. It forces you to make things that look good. I love that. But you can use 4 spaces or you can use tab, and they're not the same. They look identical. You can't tell the difference between 4 spaces and a tab. Unless you're using 8 space tabs. Who does that? That's insane. Or 2 space tabs? That's insane. The people at Xerox PARC that I worked with, they had a weird solution to it. They said 2 spaces, indent 2 spaces, because then it's not a tab. You're less likely to get confused because it's not a tab. Now I don't do that, but I do like that idea. Okay. Also, never don't use a block. Kerning and Ritchie did. I was just looking at their book yesterday. Kerning and Ritchie's book, they had a block that was indented but no curly brackets. Naughty. That's very naughty. Okay. Jim Daniels, Brother Dijack, says, is that the same Java we used back in the 80s? Or was the name just repurposed? Java was invented around 94, maybe 93. So not in the 80s, but if you're just thinking back to a while ago, maybe that's the same one you're thinking of. Plastic Citizen says, Python guy here, use it in Touch Designer. All right. I like Python. I do. I do. I do have one more, another gripe about Python. It still just uses green threads. If you have a computer with 10 CPUs and you write a program in Python that uses 10 threads and they're all computationally heavy, you will only use one CPU and the other 9 will be idle. Not good. And there's nothing on the horizon. Okay, 1 over n squared says, just for the Rust love, you do have some taste. All right, did I get from Kango44? Thank you, 1 over n squared. From Kango44 okay. He does. He's coming in. Oh, this is the next one. It says, I use grown-up languages like C and C++, not kiddies. My first languages like Java, Go, Rust, Python. The list is endless. Oh my gosh. He's a C snob. That's right. That was like my 5th language. Hold on. Microsoft Basic, Applesoft Basic, which is still from Microsoft. Logo. 6502 assembler. Pascal. Fortran. C. My 7th language. There you go. 1 over n squared says, you worked at Xerox PARC. What did you do there? I did not work at Xerox PARC. I worked with some people from Xerox PARC. So the company I was at had some people at Xerox PARC that they had some idea that they wanted to pitch. They wanted to sell some technology. And the company I was at was like, okay, well, yep, let's have a look. So they flew into Minnesota here, and we spent at least a week, maybe it's even longer, going over their stuff, looking at their code, figuring things out with them. So before they came in, I'm like, well, I better learn some Python. So I bought me the book, the O'Reilly book, 1st edition Python book, which was published, I think, in 99. So, all right. Max says, oh, my cat, I love that office mug. I actually heard it in my head. There you go. False. Black bear. All right, now people are talking about their first languages. Blaze says basic, paradox, hypertalk, C, C++, C sharp, JavaScript, TypeScript. And Jerry No Teeth is saying the link is not for joining the stream. That's correct. If you want to join the stream, the offer is the same as last time. Jerry, you need to list 5 things that you would accept as evidence for the globe. And if you can't be honest enough to do that, you're not honest. You don't qualify to join the live stream. You were on. You made an embarrassment of yourself. It was funny. We laughed at you. Dave Kircher says C++ for life. But C's great. C++ is great for different purposes. Yeah. You're going to write an operating system, right? You're going to do some low-level stuff, probably C. If you're going to write a game, yeah, C++ is pretty good. Algorithm says algorithm to understand recursion. If understand recursion on, stop. Else, understand recursion ion. I don't know what that ion. What? All right. Brenda Create says, no need to program anymore. Ask Claude to do it for you. Haha. Yes. 100%. Claude or ChatGPT or Grok or Gemini. All are perfectly fine for writing code. You still need to know what you're doing for a lot of things, and you need to be able to tell it what to do, pretty well. You need to know what you're doing still to get it to output something You need to know how to make it secure, and you need to know how to do the project architecting. So yeah, the down in the weeds programming, like the things that you'd have people out of college, fresh out of college doing, it's a tough spot for them. Andrew Irwin says, I have worked in all with around 40 languages in my professional career. Right. I'm probably only 30, so you got me there. The question is, really should be, what languages did you code in that was used in production somewhere, right? The languages I learned in college, right? I learned in college. So I've never had Fortran in production. I have had C, Pascal, C++, Perl. Don't tell anybody. I had Perl I had in production. Long gone. So I don't have any Rust in production, but PostScript, yes. Probably still running. Probably still. One of our N squared says, what's your favorite monad, and why is it the IO monad, or is it the list monad? No. You're not gonna tell me what's my favorite. Keyword debugging. Yes. If you're talking about non-production languages, I've touched closer to 60. All right. There you go. Small talk. Have you done small talk in production? I don't think anyone's done small talk in production. So, all right. Bash script, Clive. True nerd points there. So, anyway, hey, if people want to come on, you can come on. I can send out a Zoom link. That's what I got for tonight. Just to laugh at DIRTh he can't. We knew he would not. He can't. No flat earther can do science. Let me say it again. No flat earther can do science. They cannot produce a hypothesis for flat earth and then produce a mathematical model for flat earth in support of that hypothesis. They will not. They could, but they won't. Well, they could if they had the mathematical backing, which few of them do. Most don't. But they know they shan't do it, because as soon as they do, it's falsified. It's trivial to falsify flat earth. But let me show you. This contains a mathematical model right here. This does. Because this maintains the correct latitude, longitude for each of for all land features. Okay? And that's why Australia is so warped, because it maintains latitude, longitude. But distances are not correct. That's testable. And how do we know what distances that this map uses? It's on the map. It's on the map right at the bottom here. It says 60 nautical miles per degree. It's talking about the degrees latitude. So we know, we know, dog's going crazy. So we know the dimensions of it. 60 nautical miles per degree. You just take 60 and you multiply it to get, so that's how you get, it turns it into a polar coordinate system. Penguin. Oh my goodness. Penguin, you need to stop. All right, hold on. I'm going to go tell her to be quiet.
We're going to the South Pole. We're not going to see the sun. Dancing, singing, and vaping. If we can only get past the gun. got a community van. Flatzoid's got a compass for directions, he's our man. Santos got refreshments, drinks we mustn't miss. I just took a big swig, man, that tastes like piss. We're heading to the South Pole to prove the Globers wrong. How much have we saved Roger? $10 and a thong. Dave has brought his app, installed it on CC's phone. His wife just called a minute ago, said NASA were at their home. Witsit brings his knowledge, he's been there before. With his 160 IQ, I'm sure we will not be bored. We're going to the South Pole, we're not gonna see the sun. Dancing, singing, and vaping, if we can only get past the guns. South Pole, we're not gonna see the sun. Dancing, singing, and vaping, if we can only get past the guns.
Thank you to Bob for making that. That is the Flurp Excursion by Bob. 1 minute, 26 seconds. Glad it was there. Got the puppies in their kennel for the night. Anyway, back to this. There's a model. There's a model. He provides the dimensions so you can turn it into a polar coordinate system. Polar coordinate system has an angle, right? An angle from the center. The origin's the center. So you draw a line from the center out, and the angle is given. So you say, well, let's start with up. This direction being 0, and then we go around this way. That's 90, 180, 270. Right? And then how do you get that distance? This gives us the distance. 60, you take 60 times the number of degrees. And so we know, according to this model, this mathematical model that flat earthers use, if this is on their wall, they have a mathematical model. It's testable. We know it's wrong. We know it's wrong. It's been proven wrong over and over and over again. And so that's why flatties are like, no, that's not it. Yeah. Hey, one tooth, no tooth, Jerry. This isn't the place. You're just turning people away, you idiot. So, all right. Oh, here, hold on. Let me get this. Here we go. All right. There it is. People want to come in. They can come in. We got Blaze says, aren't the distances correct if you use the long lines to set the scale? No, the distances are not correct. You can test it. They're testably wrong. Tested and found to be wrong. Provably wrong. So, there we go. So, and so then when you go to Jason and Ronnie and say, look, we're going to need you to provide a mathematical model that for the different experiments that we did while we were on our trip to Antarctica, like the distance between the lines of longitude. They can't do that. They know that as soon as they do that, that they have to use the globe. They use the globe. And if they give the mathematical model and then present the math, everybody will see that it's the globe. All right. They're coming in. They're coming in already. They can hear you if you talk.
Whoop, whoop.
Did you whoop whoop?
Yellow.
Yellow. What color?
Yes. Or J-Lo, if you prefer.
There, yes. I don't prefer. But
wait, no, big booty Latinas.
Sorry, not my thing.
Well, I mean that's pretty much all we can get here. Is big booty Latinas.
That's all you got there, huh?
Yeah, that's a default.
I'm sorry. So you like the
How are you
mug?
doing, Toon?
You like the mug?
Yes, I love it. I heard it in my head. False. Black bear. Black bears eat beets. Beets. Black bear.
How you doing, monkey cat pat pat?
How's it going, Toon, man? Nice to talk to you.
That's good. You know, I remember sitting in Team Skeptic's apartment back, I don't know how long ago. And you were in the chat and he was saying something. He was reading Monkey Cat Pat Pat while we were
I've been around.
in the
I
chat.
get my way around here.
Yeah. Fletcher Boy says, if the Gleason map is flat, why is it in nautical miles instead of statute miles? Well, there's a problem. Nautical miles were about the, nautical miles were derived based on the Earth being a globe. Kilometers were derived based on the Earth being a globe. So, all right.
You got a cat that speaks. I have a cat that bites.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I just let everybody in that wanted to be in. We got King Crew, Icy Spin, and
Yes, you're
Algorithm.
coming in a bit hot in volume.
Oh.
How you doing? I think that was Icy Spin talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Is it still coming in hot?
A little bit, yes. But it's not icy speed anymore. It's icy flat.
Yeah, I see flatness.
So the
gonna
rumor
change some
is
of my
that
settings for that.
YD is Ronnie's mommy. Is that correct? YD, are you Ronnie's mommy?
From what I heard, yes, that's what she claims to be.
Wow.
I would like to see proof of this, though.
I don't want to see proof of that. I don't. I will if she says yes, she's Ronnie's mommy. I mean, that's embarrassing enough.
Oh my.
I mean, nobody would joke about it. I mean, that's humiliating.
At least he has a mommy that wants to support whatever her child does.
I mean, yeah.
So you give her that.
Yeah, good for that. Yeah, that's a good boy, Ronnie. You go say the
Whatever you
earth
do,
is
so
flat.
good.
You don't go, Ronnie. Now you
Who's
got
the best
Ron-
flat earther around?
Ronnie,
Who's the best?
You got some beans on your chin. Wipe them up. Yeah. All right. Whitey says yes, I am. Good job.
Really?
I'm so glad that he gets a helicopter mommy to help him through the hard parts of life.
Is it better?
I love
Hey,
this.
Yes,
I
a little
love-
bit, yes.
All
I
right,
love
cool.
your background.
But it happened
Icy
today
Spin.
on the stream.
Oh, what happened?
On the previous stream, Toon, we did with Roger we did a stream just before you.
Yep.
Arwinian history. We had a blast.
Arwinian
fun.
history.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Have you talked to Roger that before? Too? He's a cool cat.
I don't know if I've been. Maybe he's been on a live stream. I've had a few panels, and a lot of people have come in and out, and I don't remember everybody. Sorry.
He has his avatar is like a beaker. I can't remember where it's from, but it's
I see him on
cartoon character. Yeah.
I talked to him a bit on Discord, so yeah. Flurpers are like topless bars with flat-chested. Yeah, no, flurpers are like topless bars with overweight dudes. Oh, is this? Who do you got, Monkey Cat? Is that? Oh yeah, look at him.
I know that guy.
He's got a model. He's got a
Yeah,
mathematical model.
Yeah.
Are we pulling our fake screens? Hold on. No, wait, not that one. No, that one. That one.
This requires a setup.
Oh my gosh.
There it is.
This is Blacklight. I don't know. Toon doesn't have the entire Foundry lore in front of him, I assume.
No.
Blacklight was a character that was manifested out of Vlad. Vlad tells all of his members to, hey, just create channels. It doesn't matter at all. Just create a channel upload stuff, just say Earth's flat and just do it, you'll be better for it. Blacklight was the result of that, and he's interesting, man. I regret that I didn't record his flat Earth coming out story. It was like 18 minutes. I think I shared it with CK, and I don't know if Monkey ever saw it, but it was fantastically stupid and horrifying at the same time.
Has he not
got to do some time right now. I think he's catching up on some old happenings in the past that he's doing a little bit of time for. So
really,
Max likes. Yeah. I don't think it's anything super major. He never went into it, but he said he actually gave a like kind of a mini farewell, I think, on Vlad's stream probably a few months ago. Like, I'll be seeing you guys around. I've got to handle some business,
Wow.
Hinting at the fact. But
Handle some business.
right. As you do, right? When you do things you shouldn't.
Max knows about somebody that had to go handle some business.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. And Roger Ledwell now thinks that is somehow reflects bad on me for some reason.
Why would that? All right, I better explain for those who might not.
Roger, I've been
know.
on a little bit of a crusade.
There might be some people that don't know, so it'd be good if we let them know what we're talking about.
Yeah, what are we going on about?
So you guys might remember that I used to be part of a channel called Matters Now, which if you look for it right now, it's no more. Now it's Earth Climate, and they post AI slop videos with the comments turned off. Because one day we got like a message, hey, I'm going away for 8 months to work outside the US. I will not have connectivity. And you notice that there's so many air quotes in all of that. So I took care of the channel, blah, blah, blah. Stuff, time goes by, and then we start getting messages from Voldemort, I call him now, because, he who should not be named. And it was like, oh, I'm back. And we come to learn that he was not working outside of the US, but more rather
not so much working even.
I'm going to do an illustration of how he was like that. 1 second.
For not good things.
Bit to screen. So there was like this situation. And I then found out that it was something unsavory
with people,
kind of like
with people
to catch.
That can't vote yet. How about that?
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
not old enough to vote.
There was a show run. What was the guy's name? The to catch Chris Hansen kind of situation, got stuck in that, and so we were like, yep, yappers, we are out. So that's why we have Sherba Mate Talks now.
All right, so now how do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it?
But we're fortunately past that. But apparently these flat earthers think that because someone else who lives in another country who had been lying to us since the first moment that we met him, that somehow reflects bad on me for some reason.
Well, yeah, a lot of people like to bring that up, like it reflects bad on you, Max. You have nothing to do with that.
As soon as
he said, he's like, I have to go away for exactly 8 months to go do work. I was like, I didn't say anything, but I thought there was something weird about that.
So the key is,
turns out it was.
As soon as you figured it out, it was time to deal with it, right?
Yeah. It's like, dude, I spoke to him, sent him a letter, like, I don't want the sob story. I just want you to tell me, can I buy the channel off of you? Yes or no? And that was it. And he said no. Well, he actually said yes, started the transfer, rolled it back, started the transfer to ESA, rolled that back, and then told me, oh no, I've invested $20,000 into the channel. I can't give it up. It's like, okay, now that channel is completely useless. So good job. That was a wise move.
So on the other hand, there's a guy named Joshua Swift. He's a flat earther. His channel is in Authentic Intent. He lives in the Minneapolis area here. He is a convicted one of them. The girl was 13. He did her 3 times.
Yikes.
Drove an hour away from where he lived. Where he lived in. What's that?
Am I only one for whom Mike's volume level is low?
A little bit, yes.
Okay.
Toon, your mic is a bit low to us.
To you guys. Okay.
I can't hear him anymore.
Now something happened, and
I can hear you, Brenda. Tune went out for myself. It might be still on stream. But
all right. Is that better?
Is that the regular?
Yep. Okay. I can hear you.
It's my sound automatically drops down on the computer here. I don't know why. It's trying to be too smart. So okay, he drove from where he lived in Mound, Minnesota. If you look it up, it's a west suburb, up to St. Cloud, picked her up, drove back down to Mound to his apartment, his rented house there, and did the deed with her 3 different times. She was 13, he was 35. He still gets to gets to hang out. They're like, oh, whatever, yeah, well, you did it, man. Yeah, I'd be like, no, dude, get the hell away from us.
Oh yeah. No, I have nieces, and it's like I cannot be associated with this in any kind of way. I don't want to. I just can't.
Remind me of the guy that
just have daughters. So
Flat Earth Dave did an interview with a guy. He turned the comments off recently, and I sent.
Yes.
Tartarian Truth TV covers a lot of his stuff. But Max, do you remember his name? Jason something or another? And
yes, I do remember that.
He has a very similar story, and he said that he got caught up in some robbery thing. He was a very bad kid. And he spent 25 years in prison. They actually got so Tartarian Truth TV does a lot of his coverage, but someone I think in the community keeps an eye on his renewal dates, right, for when you're registered. SSO, and he had not renewed. So he got picked up, and it was like a little thing, someone that was keeping an eye on it that knew he missed his date reported him. And of course he had some thoughts on it and stuff. But yeah, it was crazy that people like that are really out there doing their grift, right? Like he talks about a lot of old world stuff and Tartaria type, things. But
Neil Cosentino from Flat Earth Debates is a felon. He's a burglary.
Oh, so he's like the real Joe Pesci in Home Alone.
Yeah,
burglar.
It was well, I would think more like Frito.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah.
But his voice is Joe Pesci. It's so
yeah, it is. But it was mentioned. Has anybody know what's going on with Nathan? He looked not healthy skin there today.
Herpes. I herpes. That's my vote.
Either herpes or just malnutrition, because I don't think the dude eats. I think he refuses to eat.
It's a steady diet of his own balls and then urine. It's
wait.
tough.
If you want an illustration, I'm sending it over to you, Toon, in just a second.
I don't know if does anybody want an illustration.
It might get you demonetized. I'm not sure that it's safe for the stream.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants this.
Now, Mikey's toe, right?
I'd like to know how my balls taste.
No, nobody wants that.
Now I'd like to know how my balls taste.
That's my favorite one.
That's my favorite.
Is there an update on Mikey's toes?
No, it's not winter yet. So
okay.
Last I talked to him, he was.
What
was
about
good.
his lawsuit? Anything going there?
I haven't talked to him since last week. A week and 2 days since I talked to him, I think. So. So every time he says every time he changes something, they make him update and resend in the document. And my guess is that he's writing it by hand instead of getting on a computer, because they send him a PDF or something, instead of getting on a computer and right, and then email the PDF. Right, he's not doing that. He's I think he's handwriting it every time. But they sent him a sample that, like, here's an example. Like, they're being way too nice. Here's an example of what you want to do. Because in law, the plaintiff needs to prove what they're asserting about the defendant. And of course, he doesn't know how to do that. Flat earthers don't know how to support their point with evidence. So I'm sure they're reading that. They're like, this isn't a thing. There's nothing related.
He would just insert his picture of the firmament. And
yes.
Serious.
Yeah.
Do you think that they accept legal briefings in crayon?
I asked him. He says no. He's using a pen, so he's moved up to a pen. So good for him.
Basil problem. I got another one too. Hold on.
Is it an erasable pen, Mike?
There we go. You like that one? Stuff tree CC.
Speaking of CC, his last video, well, the last one I saw, he was really down. He's a sad man. His life kind of fell apart, pretty much because it reflects what Toon's thing is. Flat Earth destroys lives. It destroyed CC's marriage. It really did. It's sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would argue that other things have affected his marriage too, though. I think he's got some personal.
I don't
some
know.
personal things he deals with, but
well,
that's neither here nor there.
I've talked about it before.
About those things.
I think Flat Earth is gilding it for bad people, and
yes,
I think if it weren't for Flat Earth, he would still have problems. But he picks up on whatever dumb things are out there. He's gullible and believes it. So chemtrails, Flat Earth.
I can't.
Every a guy talking on the phone on the street was put there by the nameless, faceless they to distract them. He did a video on that. He really did. CC.
I can't help myself. I am sympathetic to people. I feel for them. I really am. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. So CC. I got it. This is a great video.
Hey,
there's a guy outside of a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, on the street, like right in the corner of the right, talking on the phone and arguing with somebody on the phone. And CC gets on his phone and starts having an argument, not with another person, just with the phone, about the person who's off on the street there. So it's a crazy person talking into his phone, complaining about somebody else talking on their phone. How, you can't. I don't.
The jokes write themselves.
CC will be fine. He has that luxurious mane out of the pelt of the last albino bison. He's a silver.
I'm jealous of that hair.
Dragon.
I'm jealous of that hair.
Yeah, I have this. See, I think that CC's missing. He's missing the mark as a YouTube creator. He should be taking this tree thing, right? And he should be running with it. You want to build a YouTube channel, right? You want to build a following. Just go to this spot weekly and stand behind the tree and do your sermon or whatever you're talking about. See, I think he could use this as like he got a spike in views for sure. I think CK had 1104 comments for him, and then everyone else filed suit. They love the tree, right? The tree's like been a remarkable success for him. So
I mean, I think CC should abandon the forest and find his local comedy club and just go to an open mic. He'd kill it.
Oh,
he would kill it
for sure.
Just like Demok, right?
Oh, yeah, he would kill it.
Monkey. Hey, Monkey.
Dan.
Talk about. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Hey, Monkey Cat. Talk about your last time with Roger, Mr. Roger.
That was last night. Was my last time. I don't think he's gonna allow me on.
Roger
anymore.
Ledwell.
That was a quick touch you had, yeah.
Yeah.
They banned us all. JJ got the broom out and said, you know what? It's enough of these Globers spitting facts. Tired of it. We just want to talk about nonsense. I mean, if you watch Whatcast, he basically covers JJ's personality in a nutshell. He's fantastic. So, but yeah.
I don't think Roger's going to have me on anytime soon after the past few times I've been on there.
Although I think it was brought to our attention, maybe by Roger, that Max might have had something to say about it. But Professor Phil Bell, who was so very generous to give his time last night to I forget the guy's name already, but he was talking with a fellow flat earther that wasn't hearing it, and I think he's got a kind of a standing backroom thought about, hey, let me have a conversation with Roger Ledwell to see if he might be interested in providing his evidence. I don't know if that's on the cutting room floor, but as far as I understand, that's something that he's interested in.
Yeah, I mean, next time Roger goes live, I'll ask him about it if he will allow me on. Apparently, I'm the flat Earth broker now. Like, I just find people to debate flat earthers. That's what my job is now. So you can send paychecks to. I'll create a GoFundMe if you want. But,
I lasted 2 streams with Roger, but they don't like that I bring evidence. It's like I make the claim and I'm pasting I'm like opening the share screen, and every once in a while Roger would go like, Roger, share my screen, and he was like, nope.
No, he won't. He won't.
Roger would be a nice guy if it wasn't for flat Earth. Roger seems to me like a reasonably nice guy.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I don't know.
Roger is
a crazy man.
Roger is not well. He is not well, and he seems a little soft spoken, but he's unwell. He's not mentally sane.
No.
So if it wasn't for flat Earth, he'd be yelling at some other clouds.
Yeah. Take, for example, he did a stream not 2 weeks ago with ICT-Pin where Roger apologized to me and admitted to ICT-Pin that he lied when he just invented that I had been the one that hacked the Flatzoid with the whole Fakatzoid debacle. And 2 days ago, Monkey, I was already banned, and Monkey was asking him, hey, let Max in. And then Roger was talking to Vlad and told Vlad, oh, Max wanted to come in to apologize for the whole hacking thing. I have nothing to apologize for. Like,
just
literally nothing.
Straight lie.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just a straight lie.
Yeah, I want to say that I was on the stream last night or the night before, whenever it was, and Roger ended up kicking me because Vlad came in. And once Vlad came in, I was not allowed anywhere near that place.
Yeah, Vlad's the big daddy.
Vlad won't take anybody.
Yeah.
Big daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sits like this. When he comes in, he just sits and he just looks down. And they start sweating. They go off camera because I think they're sweating so much that it's embarrassing. But they're like schoolgirls, right? Or schoolboys looking to ask a girl to prom. Like, they just get all clammy and they can't even think straight. And then they say, yeah, Max is the hacksaw, and like they just start fumbling their words, and then we learn nothing, and they just lie.
Vlad will believe literally anything. Anything. You could tell, like, honestly, I want somebody.
Oh, he did the spooky Toon. He brought up he has a spooky 2 machine.
He has it?
He was talking about, yes.
He paid for it?
Wow. He has one, and he hasn't used it.
Mine was
kind of strange.
Mine was free because
We'll get to it, Brenda. We'll get to it.
It's right here.
It was such a fun stream that we did maybe a year and a half ago. So basically what it is you get quantumly entangled, Brenda. We got to start. I'll let Toon elucidate.
Go.
It's a machine that you can supply some DNA, right? You can like swab the inside of your mouth, or I think they recommend doing nail clippings for the best results.
Nail clipping.
But there's, yada, 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 and then you're quantumly entangled with the world, and you can cure your own ailments by like wrapping copper around your fingers, or I have no idea.
It's frequency. Everything is frequency.
Yeah.
There it is.
So
Spooky
here,
it's a Reich machine.
Right. Yep.
I could. Let me find the timestamp. It might be good content to look at. But
so this is just a frequency generator. That's all it is. It's a USB controlled frequency generator. So, okay, it's got a USB plug. It's got a power plug, and an on-off switch. This has literally been sitting on the floor since I did the stream with the inventor guy. And I called him out. And I'm like, this BS. Anyway, so there's this. Now this only sends. It cannot read. So this thing reads USB to the computer, Who knows what's inside?
That is.
And then this goes on your earlobe. Okay? So this is so what it does is this sends out some frequencies. It goes through, sweeps through a whole bunch of frequencies to you connected to this, right? And then your body is supposed to respond to those frequencies because everything vibrates.
Yep.
And the bad things vibrate at certain frequencies. And how do they know that? Well, Mr. Rife went and tested them all and got the frequencies of everyone's resonance frequency. Every malady that you might have, that, you know, but so they start with saying it's the it's like viruses and bacteria have frequencies, but also a sore tooth has a frequency. No, what? How could it have a frequency that's the same frequency for everybody if you have a cavity? That doesn't make sense. It's a different size. It would have a different resonant frequency. Obviously, it's BS.
And cancer too.
Cancer, yeah. Also, basically everything, and then there's different ways to receive the stuff. You can have patches that you put on you, like they're little sticky patches, or you can have these two little rods that you hold, one in each hand. Or my favorite, of course, is the lasers. You shove them up your nose.
Yes. We gotta have the
laser in the nose.
We gotta have Vlad putting the things up his nose. I mean, that would be.
I would pay to watch that.
Yes.
Oh, the other day, Vlad was saying that he got sick because he trimmed his nose hairs.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I got the link
so
there, too.
Blackburn Big Dragon says you should get an electronics person to do a teardown of it. Well, this.
I was going to say, I admire your restraint of not breaking it up to see what's inside.
Oh, well, it's I looked it up. It's a standard frequency generator.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. He claimed that they replaced some components in it. I doubt very much.
You'd be surprised to learn that Vlad hasn't tested it or even learned what the components are called.
It's a couple $100. I got
he's asking for forgiveness on his stream. The link I sent you. He's like, guys, I forget it's called a this and that, and I haven't used it.
I got mine for free, by the way.
On it.
Mine was free. Anyway,
because you had him on, I think, right?
Yeah,
200 is big money for a gas station attendant.
So this would be the only thing that
it's 2,000.
Yeah, it's like $2 to $3 grand.
Yeah, it's real money.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. A lot. Yeah.
This would be the only thing to tear down. This is the thing that's the reader, and my. What could it be? You've got a sensor that you clip to your ear, and it's got an LED, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, they call it the Spooky 2. The reason why it's the Spooky 2 is because of spooky action at a distance, they say. Quantum entanglement. So the guy is literally claiming that your fingernails are quantum entangled with your body, and I'm like, that's not what quantum entanglement is. You know that. He's like, yeah, that's not what it is. So it's not actually spooky action at a distance quantum entanglement, is it? No, it's not. Yeah,
like he's in trouble in class.
When they say that the other device generates a frequency, like what type of frequency does it generate?
A frequency, it doesn't matter.
Sine wave or square wave or triangle wave?
Right, but for example, is that a synthesizer? If I connect that to a speaker, can I make sounds? Because that's basically what I do when I design sounds when I'm making music.
Probably, but it does much higher frequencies too. So,
okay.
Yeah,
it's more like radio stuff. I used to have one like that on my desk at work. So it's to generate frequencies for us to do testing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right. Like radio, it generates radio waves.
So
like when we're doing point to multi-point and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got a sticker on it. You can look it up. You can buy it on Amazon. It's not expensive.
No.
I'm looking at the site right now. It said it's FDA registered. I would like to see a site.
Not approved, registered. There's a difference.
It's meaningless.
Okay. There's a difference.
That's fucking bad.
Yeah,
All
and
supplements are registered, but they're not managed by the FDA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this stream, man, it was a long stream. By the way, Vlad took like 2 weeks off. I was starting to wonder if the dude was okay, and he would show up in other people's chats and stuff. He never misses a Tuesday, which he calls True Earth Tuesday, right? Because they're after truth. And then Fridays are Flat Earth Fridays, right? Because Flat Earth is real. And so he never misses, and he was gone for a while, and then he came back with a vengeance. And I mean, there was no shortage of nonsense in his 4 hour
What do you
and
think
24 minute
happened?
rant.
Did he get a strike or something?
Well, that's what we thought.
I was hoping.
Yeah,
but
we
his
thought he
stream's still
got
up.
suspended for a minute because, like, we all got together and just used all of our sock accounts and everything we had to report the stream he had before. Because it was.
I don't think he's been quite as outspoken as some people like Saab about the recent events in U.S. history.
Saab is horrible.
But
He's just
Saab is
horrible.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God, Yamaha says, how many times do I have to click this link before it works? Dude.
Oh, poor baby.
Click the link.
Yeah, you don't even need it. You don't even need the Zoom application. I have
No,
it, so
I don't have the Zoom application. I literally just click use on desktop.
He isn't. Hold on. He hasn't graduated up to having a desktop computer or a laptop computer. He only has a phone.
He's only a phone.
And the phone was he was given to him by Fred Flintstone.
Maybe he's quantumly entangled in things not internet or something.
I don't know.
I got dibs. If he manages to get on, I got dibs. First take, please.
You can have him, Max.
And the Jordan said popped in. How you doing, Jordan?
So, Toon, he has to supply just 5 things that would
that he would accept as no. I didn't even say disprove.
As evidence.
Evidence for the
wow.
globe. That's it. Evidence for the globe. Actually, I started with proof of the globe, and I backed off that because that was his words. You can't prove the globe. I said, well, how about? So I without even talking, I backed it off. Evidence for the globe. All he has to do is email those 5 things. Like as if it matters.
For the globe or for the flat Earth.
Things he would accept as evidence for the globe.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'm with you. Okay.
And he hasn't sent that to me. Now, because I can state 5 things I would accept as evidence for flat Earth.
Oh, yeah.
And I listed them when I was talking to him. Let's do this. Can each of you name 2 and don't overlap each other's? Go, Max.
Measurements of flatness, a working map.
Cheater.
He went super broad. Monkey.
The plumb lines are parallel.
What's your second one, algorithm?
Compute the implications of
nice,
perspective for sunset, right? So the sun at high noon is a half a degree in width, right? And in order to get too small to see, it has to be less than an arc second in size. There are 1,800 arc seconds in 30 arc minutes. So in order for the sun to be too small to see, it has to be 1,800 times its height above the Earth at noon, right?
Yeah.
Sunset, the sun, the subsolar point is never more than 8,000 miles away.
Okay.
Right? So the sun can't be more than 5 miles above the surface of the Earth. So I want proof that the sun is like 5 miles above the surface of the Earth.
You didn't ask.
All right.
Who
else?
Max already went. Unfornicated?
I want to see line of sight radio that goes past a radar horizon. So if I have 3 sites, A, B, and C, they're all along a curve. Why doesn't 1 talk to 3 and it has to go through 2? And then the other one I would like to know is I'd like to know a true distance between any 2 sites on the flat Earth that has an undersea cable, so I can measure latency and find out exactly the length of the cable versus the globe math of what it says versus whatever computation they came up with for flat Earth. Because based on the computation I had to make, because they don't have measurements, some things like, say, from LA to Sydney would be 25% longer. And we can measure that. There's an SLA or a service level agreement that says, here's the latency you will have across the span and spaced primarily on the distance of the cable.
Good one. Brenda?
Yeah, good one.
I want a picture of the edge, or where the dome meets the flat Earth. I want to see a picture of the substance of the dome. If there's a dome, then it's physical. I need a picture. That's what I want.
So many options.
Or some brave soul needs to jump off the edge and take a photo of the underside. I need a picture of the underside.
We need to do that with a bungee cord.
We need to know what gender the turtle is.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go.
100% matters. Totally, that matters. You need the
It doesn't have to be a self-delete either. You can use a bungee cord and get reeled back in.
Well, are the elephants African or Indian elephants?
Doesn't it? I don't know.
These are all valid questions. We need
valid questions.
Are you riffing on Monty Python, Brenda?
There's a little bit of a
Terry Pratchett. It is logically possible that we could be living in a Terry Pratchett universe. It might not be physically possible, but it is at least logically consistent. Terry Pratchett universe is logically consistent.
And George said, is he talking?
Oh yeah, I just mainly my thing would be I'd want an explanation of how lines of, I always get them confused, longitude or latitude, whichever one, how they work in the Southern Hemisphere. I mean, if you can explain that to me, then at least I can start to comprehend the model that you put forward, but at present, it's just kind of gobbledygook. But anything
just radical.
Yeah. Gratical, bro.
Monkey?
Yeah, my best. Let's see. What Red's Rhetoric and Mike from Dr. Buck Show did about a month ago.
Cool.
Oh, Titans transverse, yeah.
Yep. Try to explain that on a flat Earth.
And
Didn't they invite Mikey? Didn't they invite Mikey to come? Or
they did. They did.
Yeah.
Only every other day, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, no, they invited Mikey to do anything with them, but Mikey's like, oh no, I'd rather just do my own road trip and try to fund it myself and just drive off into, go fuck yourself land.
Yeah, he's smart with his money, right? He's going to win all the Canadian. We asked Roger that earlier, what he's going to do when Canada goes bankrupt because of Mikey Smith, and I think he's going to move in with Max, or I can't remember. He's going to do something. He might go down to Denver.
He's coming to Uruguay.
Roger's gonna move in with you.
Yeah, when Canada goes bankrupt because of the Mikey Smith lawsuit, so it's going to be like the Wild West over there. So yeah. I told Roger, come to Uruguay, it's all good.
Well,
Toon, did you give your two options?
I want a photograph from high altitude of Florida and Africa at the same time.
Yeah,
how about that?
That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm keeping it limited. It doesn't have to be
it's simple.
Yeah. Or reciprocal zenith angles that are 180 degrees or less at 1 mile. We'll keep it simple.
Right. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So we just came up with 16 different criteria of everything that we kind of all agree that we would falsify flat, right?
I will admit, I only said one.
Oh, give one more.
And I only get 0, but that's okay. I was gonna go last.
Sorry, I jumped the gun, but go ahead.
13's more than enough. George, do you have a second one?
No, that was part of my point, is that I'm not smart enough to come up with a second one.
Brenda, did you say the ice wall? I can't remember. Because that was going to be my just evidence of the ice wall. Just take a picture of it.
No, I didn't say the ice
edge.
wall. I said the edge.
The
The
edge,
actual,
okay.
it's either an infinite plane, as some of them used to say, or there's an edge. I mean, what,
Yeah.
where's the edge?
Brenda, I think Max is showing all of our thoughts right now. We don't want, if anything's going crazy outside your apartment, take cover or something.
Was that sirens?
It was fun. It was funny. It was funny. Yeah,
I'm practically downtown. There's lots of activity lately these days.
It was probably this guy doing some shenanigans outside.
Could be
pulling his trouser down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the moon is shining bright. All right.
I would say if you can show me how the stars don't circle around nonsensically on two different polar points, you would have my attention immediately. That's an easy one. Angular size of the sun. I think someone mentioned, I know that Algorithm said about the arc seconds. If you could just explain the video that I've shown to a couple of people recently about why the angular size doesn't change of the sun throughout the day as measured in pixels. If you could explain that, it seems to be a pretty simple demonstration that I've been presenting. There should be a simple explanation or counter explanation on what I'm missing. And Sav said that coffee cups, I think, and maybe a spinning top. He pulled out everything that he could find in his junk drawer.
Yeah.
and it didn't land with me.
I'm sure Occam's razor really would shine brightly for them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would be easy. Like it should just be like.
We got some, hold on. We got some from the chat. We got Steve Bauman says, show me images of the sun or moon reducing in angular size by half just once, and I'll become, right?
That'd be something.
We got
Solar
Calder.
Moon, it should be at its peak.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Calder V says, I'd like to see a boat not go over the horizon, just go straight.
Disappear into the nothingness.
Where is that?
Yeah, from our resolution. The P1 million, as what Cass will say, eventually the resolution, I imagine if you wanted a picture from Florida to Africa, maybe we could say, hey, that little blip, that little pixel right there is Africa, and then we could upgrade our equipment, get a telescope or get something else to show that. But there should be something disappearing into the nothingness with a little blob of color that changes.
I want it's a little simpler. High altitude photo that has both Florida and Africa in it.
There you go. That'd be easy.
Right? Not from the ground.
Well, and Toon, I just rewatched your asylum debate with Harp about the infinity light and stuff like that, and about the cameras and stuff, and like I had an aneurysm at that point, and I had to turn it off.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you're doing
how you kept going.
See, Zoomy Tomato says, I want a solid logical explanation on how the sun ever sets. We got the Sun Express says direct line of sight to the sun during a nighttime flight or direct observation of weather effects interacting with the dome. So many options. So many.
Where's the dome's exhaust located, right? Like, where are the jobs on Indeed? I mean, it's probably a high turnover position to wipe down the dome windows.
Well, then you got to go up and paint it because you got to add the comments. You got to change the seasons. I mean, it's a full-time gig.
You got to launch who launches the comets?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Are they
what I like is
suspended?
that-
How is that happening?
What I like is that we all came up with different stuff, but I would think that we would all largely agree that we would accept any of the options of any of those explanations, and we would be firm, like pretty much when we set firm on the results of TFE.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't really looking forward to eating the Bible with even the plastic lighting, but I knew that it was a safe bet to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Yabba Hawa son, you can certainly produce 5 to our 15. I think we supplied to tell us why we're not. What we're missing. I think is the point. What have we not considered for the globe?
Yeah. Well, it's just simple. Just provide 5 things. The opposite of what we did. things that you would accept as evidence for the globe. That if we provided them, you'd say, that's evidence for the globe. That's it.
Well, I asked Roger because he said, oh, I'm going to Antarctica. I was like, number one, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And number two, like, Roger, okay, let's say you go to Antarctica and you see the 24-hour sun. What then? And he's like, well,
Gotta find new friends, bro.
I'll have to think about it. Like, he doesn't
Have
want
some
to commit
courage.
to a position.
Have some
His
courage
dodge
and
was
state
like-
it.
His dodge was like, oh, I'll make you a bet. Why don't you come with me to Antarctica? It's like, I don't have to. I am friends with Toon. I'm friends with Dave McKeegan. I trust their testimony.
He's going further than that, Max. I actually asked him live a couple nights ago. I said, "Why are you even going, dude? What do you expect?" And he goes, "It's a secret, guys. When I show you, it's gonna blow your mind."
Yeah, he has no clue.
He really said, just wait. I'm brewing something right now. I'll tell you what it means.
And I'm like, this is the important thing. Roger Ledwell is a simpleton. He's a simple person. I'm being polite, right? When people are like, oh yeah, that boy's simple. That's Roger Ledwell.
And the Flurfs take advantage of that. They do.
He doesn't have some big plan.
Yeah, the people on his panel, Vlad is obviously the master over there, but like even someone like D-Man or something. D-Man will just be the Roger backbone for 10 minutes and basically be like, all right, bro, this guy's got to go. Like he's, come on, Roger, let's get him out of here. And Roger will basically start fidgeting on the keyboard like, okay, and then he'll speak up. It's like, he's just listening to what they're saying. And it's like, Roger, come on, man. Like, just grow a set of balls.
The one I really like is Chewie. Oh my God, Chewie is disgusting.
Dude, he is a waste of time. Like, he has nothing to say. Like, he'll just sit there and be like,
cue up the soundboard, too.
Okay. Just his big old beard, just be like, yeah, okay. Here's my horse pills that I take every
God, that was ridiculous. Toon, I'm sure you missed that, but he wanted to talk about alternative medicines for C19, and he's proud of the fact that he has a weekly subscription to the Horse Pills Unlimited or whatever.
Wow, that's great for him.
He's got a toothpaste tube of it and everything, apple flavored, I think, right, Max?
Apple flavored, yeah.
Oh boy, fun story.
These people are their own worst enemy.
Oh yeah, they just the jokes write themselves. Like,
all right, look at this. We got Jerry right now. All right, let's hear what will you accept as evidence for the globe? That if we gave it to you right here and right now, you would say, "Yep, that's evidence for the globe." You're gonna have to learn how to unmute yourself there, Chuckles.
Jerry,
you got this,
Jerry.
Come on, find out how to unmute yourself. I can't do it for you. I can't do it for you.
On the bottom left.
Just hit the unmute. There's a microphone-y thing. You got to hit the unmute on yourself.
It's a high bar.
Oh
it's a high bar. You must be this tall.
He's not tall enough to ride. Oh, he is tall enough to ride.
Did it work?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he gets to ride on Frog Hopper. Yay! All right, what will you accept as evidence for the globe? This is the first topic, and if you can't get past the first topic, you're gonna get booted. What will you accept as evidence for the globe? I'm gonna write them down.
I can barely hear you.
I mean, turn up your hearing aid.
Yeah, good job, Boomer.
I don't wear a hearing aid, bro.
That's the problem. We have identified the problem.
Sir, excuse me, but number one, I'm not your bro. And number two, your age is not conducive to you saying bro all the time. The last time you were on here, I counted 43 bros. That is not how a person of your age conducts himself, sir.
Okay, sir.
All right, so could you answer Mr. Toon's question?
And his question is, what proof would I accept for a globe?
Yes.
Don't say none. Don't say none.
I can't really think of Can you prove to me a curve?
Yes.
What would no don't Max?
My mistake. Sorry.
What would you accept as evidence for the globe?
You mean flat Earth, Mike?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's a hard question for me. And the main reason it's a hard question for me is because I know we're not on a ball.
Okay, good. No. Focus on the question. What evidence would you accept that the Earth is a globe? That if we gave it to you, you'd say, yep, that's evidence that the Earth is a globe.
Okay, can you show me water curving?
Yes. If I show you water...
How can you prove to me that water curves?
If I show you evidence of water curving, will you say that is evidence for the globe?
If you're going to say a boat going...
No.
The horizon is
Listen
proof
up.
of a
Listen
curve.
up.
That is not a curve.
If I show you water curving, will you say that is evidence for the globe?
Okay, so what are you going to do? Fill up a glass and show me that it kind of falls
If
up at
I
the top
show
of the
you
glass?
water curving, will you say that is evidence for the globe?
I'll consider it.
Okay, so you won't. All right, bye.
Oh man, I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, because
you're dishonest, my good sir.
That's it. He doesn't get to play. If he can't do what all of us did, we just rattled him off. Right? If he can't do that, he's a liar.
A cultish behavior is like, oh no, I know the Earth is flat, so it's unfalsifiable. There's no point in talking to you.
Yep.
No one cares.
He has a blind faith religious belief, and nothing will falsify it. It's not science. It's not rational.
Yep.
There it is.
Just pure cultish behavior, like Jerry. You notice how before you came in, we were all queuing, and we gave over 16 options that we would all agree. If you gave us any of those, we would all agree that you would have a case for flat Earth. But you don't.
This is my favorite right here. This is on MCToon.net /
curve.
Left to right curve. Put dashes in between the words. Left -to -right curve. And it's a simple demonstration of curve where there's two known straight edges that are essentially spirit levels, where you can see the horizon in the background. Guess what? When you squeeze...
They're not spirit levels.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. They're not spirit levels, but they are known straight edges. I don't know if that's like iron bars or what he did where he tied them together.
Some sort of iron bar, and then he put spacers and zip ties to hold them, and then put them on a table.
And we tried showing this to Roger the other night, but he wouldn't even let us show it.
Well, what do we hear, Toon? When the flat earthers, they'll say, well,
you're
am I peeking?
Like, yeah. Oh my God.
Maybe I'm holding it too close.
Yes.
They will talk about the fact that it's not level, right? And it's like, okay, you're missing the point, bro. We know that this is a straight edge. Can we agree that these are straight? We could show them the original photo and they'll say yes. And then we show it and they go, well, it's not level. And it's like, well, that's not what the demonstration is providing.
It's not a test for level.
We can see that these 2 points here are still straight. They're still straight because what we did, and the word is compression, right? When we use it, they all lose their minds and think we're talking about file compression and shit. Yeah. So no, we're just squeezing the image. It's basically like you grab a newspaper and you just crush it and you pull it real tight so that you can focus your eyes, the tools, right, that you're given. You can see a lot better the accentuated curve and then the accentuated straightness, right, of every bar in this photograph that we know to be straight. And so that's what this is. It's just a simple demonstration of, oh yeah, we can accentuate the curve and the straightness. And the straightness is still straight, and the curved is, wow, there's the curve. We can see it. It's a lot more obvious. So,
Toon, did you catch Red's destruction of Facazzo on the whole 11 frames debacle?
I haven't had a chance yet. I'm pretty backed up on watching stuff, but that one I've got to watch.
Oh my God, it was so good.
The Toon, back to that picture that IC Spin has. Did you take it with 5 different cameras and 5 different lenses and from 3 different places? And I forgot what the other variables were.
It was.
It's 3 witnesses and a notary.
It wasn't me. It was Rory who did it.
Do you remember the? I don't know if it was originally on yours, Toon, but it might have been yours or FTFE where they had some guy on that he said, "Okay, this is good, but can you send Rory back to take it with a bunch of different cameras?" And I think that's what Dan's referencing. But yeah, that's one of my favorite Awake Souls by and large. When you showed him every flight and how it fails, and he called you a child. This was something that a child could figure out in 10 minutes. Like he was so condescending. I think that's my all time. Like, let's be real. That was a fantastic stream. But the one that Dan's referencing, I loved.
It was a dodge. Yeah. It was on your channel, I believe, and it was just a complete dodge. It was like from what 3 or 4 years ago.
All I have to look for is
a lot of dodging, of course.
Shared it.
But what?
All cameras have distortion, you know.
Yeah, but it was just
cameras.
He wouldn't accept one picture. It had to be 5 pictures, 5 different days, 5 different lenses, 5 different camera bodies, different materials, different height. I mean, it was like, oh my God, it's like
all fine things to do, and it is incumbent on the person that is saying, I don't believe it, to go do it. Right? So you don't falsify something by saying you need to go do these other things. Like, no, this is an experiment that was done, and it was, one of many different experiments. So it's a redoing, right? You need to repeat experiments, right, to make sure that it wasn't just a fluke. This isn't the only one. There's others, and so this is one more in the series. And so on my website, there's another one that's Tommy Gronwald did.
I recognize Tommy Grumble for the glow he has, because FTFE has shared, and I've seen in the wild, I've seen his photo of the same glow with different focal lengths and different distances, and in response to why does the Earth look different, and I was like, I recognize that glow. And I pulled up the image, and he's like, yeah, that's mine.
All right, let me hold on. There it is. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show this picture here that you sent. What's with this picture? I'll share.
Oh, that's Oakley and his herpes. Zoom in his mouth.
Zoom in on his mouth.
Look at that.
Yes.
Why would you?
Oh,
that is. I've never heard it say zoom in on.
This is for science, monkey. This is for science.
Oh God damn it!
Am I the only one who's old enough to remember the 3 lives of the 80s?
What?
I'm afraid to ask.
I don't know.
The three lives of the 80s were the Mercedes is paid for, the mortgage is and it's just a
well, he has had some medical issues lately, and I don't recall what they were. I think there was pancreatic something.
People interrupted. Stop. People interrupted the 3 lives from the 80s. Don't interrupt. Let them get all the way through.
The 3 lives of the 80s were the mortgage is assumable, the Mercedes is paid for, and it's just a cold sore.
There you go. Oh, all right. Sorry, that's too much.
That's a lot to deal with right there.
This is Tommy Grunwald. Right here, we got the location.
Yep.
The location, and this is lower elevation, and he got it. This is better. This is better. It's not as visual, but it's more rigorous. So he's got the straight edge here, going across here, and so the entire frame, one straight edge. That's better. And then he got the horizon right up next to it. Here we go, right here. And then so you can zoom in and you can see that it's not level. Oh no, it's not level. Not the test. The test is it curved? And so what I did, I counted the pixels
They don't like that at all, do they?
Oh no, they hate that. So this is an example of how I counted the pixels. In Photoshop, I went in every, whatever the distance was, every certain number of pixels, I counted.
It was 100 pixels.
And, there's a 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. Right? That's how I did it.
I don't know.
10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3.
33. How about that?
I know, I did it on purpose. All the way across.
Like Super Nintendo, man. I'm sorry.
And I included my Photoshop file so people can look at it too. And if they doubt, right? I put those in. I hand clicked every one of those pixels there for the 3.5. Actually, I think I made the 1 through 0, and then just copy pasted. But that's my font. I made that font by clicking it myself. Anyway, so there, you can download it right there. Download that Photoshop file. Anyway, here it is. This is the actual spreadsheet. This is the pixels, and it's curved. And I even have I had a line fit in Excel there. So it is, see that squaredy part there? That means it's not straight. It's a curve.
It moves, right? Yeah.
I like that one better because it's at lower elevation and it still measures a curve.
But too, that's not 8 inches per mile squared. I mean, come on.
What was it? Y equals mx plus b? I'm just like trying to pull this out of my head from like grade school.
Y does equal
like
mx plus
slope
b.
intercept or something.
Yeah, but there's no squared. There's no x squared in there.
That's true. That's the exponential.
Yeah. So then, the y equals mx plus b is the introduction.
I was watching when I took that screenshot. I was watching Oakley because I did an interview with a former flat earther that goes by the Sign Maker. So we did an interview, and then Oakley popped up, like going really hard on this guy. And what I heard from Oakley is that while you were in Antarctica watching the 24-hour sun, you were measuring the Earth flat.
I was on X today. They're saying that. I'm like, send the geometry. They don't. They just there's like, you did.
The awesome thing about Nathan, about Oakley, is the Earth is measured flat using elevation angles to objects in the sky, but objects in the sky do not obey the laws of geometry.
Yeah.
Nice.
So by his own admission, and they do that a lot. So I did. I've been on X. I've been just pounding this. Show me a mathematical model. Right. Give a hypothesis for flat Earth and a mathematical model for flat Earth. And somebody goes, "Oh, you mean the Bedford level?" I'm like, "That's not a hypothesis and mathematical model for flat Earth. You need to provide it." And what are they going to provide for Bedford level? They're going to provide a mathematical model. They're not even going to get that far. But what are they going to say about Bedford level and Rowbottom's, experiment from the 1800s? What are they going to say? They're going to say that at 6 miles, he could still see the boat. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what is the mathematical model for flat Earth? That at 6 miles, you must see the boat.
Yes.
Okay, I've been to the ocean, and at 6 miles, you don't see the boat. So we've got bottom-up obstruction, and they're like, oh no, there's this other thing that happens that causes the bottom-up obstruction. Well,
waves,
wait a
bro.
sec.
It's just waves.
It's a static tsunami that's 8 inches, that's comparative for 8 inches per mile away you are squared based on the height of a 6-foot person.
Yes.
And it doesn't come to shore ever. It just stays there.
Yeah.
It's just some weird form of perspective.
So they as soon as they commit to a mathematical model, right, at 6 miles Bedford level, you should see the boat. Okay, now we're over here on and some other thing, and there's some magical thing that causes bottom-up obstruction. So wait a second, at Bedford level, he should have also seen bottom-up obstruction, right? Oh, but he didn't. Why not? What's going on? How come it didn't happen there? You're stuck. Your mathematical model failed.
They're good. They don't like to be shown when, like, for instance, and I mentioned it to you too, and we've gone back and forth a little bit about Jesse Path of Light and his saga. It's becoming a saga at this point.
Yeah.
Going back and forth with Alan and I forget the other guys. Shame, right?
Shame Saint Plagier.
He carries a bell everywhere he goes, and there's like the horses that's clapping in the background. But yeah, so they were arguing with Jesse. Well, actually, they ignored Jesse. Poor guy. Apocryphon. I've known his name here and there from sometimes when you jump in the past tune and he would speak up. I didn't know how insane he loves these guys. He loves Alan and Shame Saint Plagier. He just looks up to them, and they give him nothing, and in return he gives them everything. And then Jesse was in the server the other day, and it was just fantastically stupid. So I thought, hey, I might as well click this red circle and record it so that maybe we could have addressed it at some point. But
Jesse is amazing. He really is. Especially his patience is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he can deal with them. Like, I had a conversation with Apocryphon a couple of nights ago, and like, it was calm and cool, but like, good Lord, like, I'm not a good debater, but like, it was hard for me not to be like, you're stupid. Like, you are just lost. Like, I can't help this man.
Apocryphon is so weird because he's always trying. When I go on there, he's like, well, what about this model? And he shows like the bipolar model. Or what about this map? And he'll show some other map projection. I'm like, are you claiming that those are flat Earth? Is that the actual flat Earth? No. Well, then what's your point? Well, isn't it interesting that there's some other, like, no, they're just globe projections. None of them are flat.
Anything that in an X, Y, Z coordinate system, I think I'm trying to steel man him here. Anything here that has an X, Y, Z mathematically will show an arc. Although it looks flat, there's going to be a mathematical arc. And that's just how it is. It's a, what does he say? Not coincidence, but it's a consequence. He says it's a consequence of the math, and that's what the math shows. And I don't know what it means, and I'm not trying to... Yeah, I'm not trying to straw man him. He went back to that point 11 or 12 times, I think. And Jesse was like, all right, bro, like, how do I replicate this? Just let's walk through. Give me an example. Like, okay, I'm standing on a street, yada, yada. And they go through the whole thing. And then it just, I don't know if it sticks or not. But he tried to put the training wheels back on, and let's start from square one. How can I show this to be the case in reality? And they don't like that, right? Like, they just don't like when anything is tested. They get all clammy and start to develop hives on visible parts of their body and sweat.
Yeah, right around here.
It's just not good.
Right around here.
Yeah. And so, there was no exception here. It was fantastically stupid, though. So, no exception there either.
No, not with Apocryphon, because like he will not have an actual conversation with you. What he will do is you're like, well, how come this doesn't happen? How come this doesn't happen? How come this doesn't happen? And like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not the most educated person in the world, but like, I know enough to know that he's full of crap. But at the same time, he's just like, oh, so you don't know? Flat Earth. That's it.
Yep.
It's not worth my time.
You know, when you ask for evidence and they say, bro, just go outside, just look. Like, come on. You're like, that they just have nothing.
They got nothing.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for saving your time. Saving our time. Like, come on, guys.
Like I have a whole web page of evidence that the Earth is a globe. MCToon.net/burden. Anytime especially on Facebook, like, globers don't have evidence for their globe, I just post that and go, here it is.
Well, see, the problem with that, Toon, is when I bring up your website, they're like, oh, you're bringing up Toon? Fake. Get out of here.
Well, that's the genetic fallacy.
This is the thing. That's not, you're not trying to convince them. You're trying to humiliate them. If they ask for something, are given that thing, and refuse to look at it, that's humiliating.
Yeah, yeah. If they, but like, I'll like post a link as soon as they see MCToon, they're like, "Nah, that's wrong."
He's an agent. Yeah, we can't buy anything. And plus, it's like not even the genetic fallacy; it's like the extension of it, because you're collating other things that you found. You're the library of these links, and they just don't want to. If the source of the source was from MCToon that leads back to the actual source, we don't like it. So
which is the title, or sorry, the thumbnail of this video is man of stone who's super flaccid, saying that basically DIRTh is chicken of me. DIRTh is scared to ever face me. And they're like, I sent him a DM 11 weeks ago. Like, if you would have watched my video from February, how many months ago, you would have known I sent a message to Shiva.
Word has it that his hand's still tingling from when you guys shook your hands.
Yes, all of his nerves are dead.
It's unbelievable.
By the way, I'm going to take off. I get tired later at night.
It's 12:30 here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I know. I just get tired, and so thank you. Great stream. Have a good day, everybody.
Nice talking to you, Brenda.
Thanks, Brenda.
Love you.
Bye. So the title of your stream tune was about the meltdowns that have been taking place because we're all still here or something, is what I was gathering.
I no. You know, when they, every year they predict the rapture and then it doesn't happen, they don't bring it up. For some reason they're like, let's not talk about it.
Max on the website.
Yes,
there
it
is.
will tell you. You put the year that you were born, and it will tell you how many apocalypses you've survived. I am at 44.
It's so good.
Really?
I'll share the link with everyone.
Give me
just
to the boundary.
Well, since I'm the old man in the panel, I'd like to know how many I survived.
Here. I'll put it in the Zoom chat and I'll put it in the YouTube chat. I was going to say that stone guy lives in my country and I don't know how they let him in. That is.
Yeah, don't you have to pass a basic test or something?
I have no idea.
Unfortunately, you are not the old man of the panel.
I have survived 46 apocalypses.
44.
All right.
I survived 46.
There's the Wikipedia page, list of dates predicted for apocalyptic events. I just posted that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I survived 56.
We have 62, 64, 57.
I wonder too, like some of the people that actually go live and they unabashedly show their faces and make predictions and cry and stuff. Like, I wonder if they're repeat offenders for like multiple apocalypses. Like, certainly they would have done this.
There
before,
are some.
Of course, there are.
Let's see. There's a
That's
guy.
Fascinating.
There's a guy that's done it, and he had people buy billboards and spend like life savings buying billboards.
Despicable.
So yeah, David Mead twice predicted. I'm looking at that page, but all right. So here's the one from yesterday. Joshua McCalla and various TikTok users. South African pastor Joshua prophesied the biblical rapture where Jesus would ascend true believers to heaven before global tribulation, leading to the hashtag Rapture Talk on TikTok, with videos amassing millions of views on tips like survival kits for the left behind and historical content of repeated failed predictions.
Now, Toon, if you are ever afraid you're going to be raptured, if you leave a small deposit with me, I will ensure all your animals get the care they would need when you leave.
That's so kind.
But it's non-refundable if you're not raptured.
Of course not.
The Phantom says, "Are you sure the rapture didn't happen? Has anyone heard from Witsit?" Maybe in his own head, he might be the one that is doing the ascending. Or maybe, what about,
he's been busy.
How about Tyler
going on?
Tyler Doka?
He would
Right?
be ascending so humbly, right? He would
Yes.
just be, he wouldn't even do it. He wouldn't be like, yeah, like he would just be sitting there, just going up, right? Just so humbly.
Oh,
Or down. Most people would say down, but is that descending? It's still a negative ascension, I think, is what they call that.
Yeah, but did he take any pictures of the Saddleloons on his way up? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
Right.
live stream them.
Yep.
I wonder,
Show us the firmament. Show us you opening the door, going through the firmament into the waters above, and closing the door behind you.
how do the souls get past the dome? That's a good question.
Yeah, it's.
What
it's
is
a
the dome made of? Is it even physical? That's the first question.
According to K. Podgy, Jesus sits right there on the top.
Oh, I've seen
She's
her
so
pop up in my
exciting.
Facebook. She's
Yeah. What is
she's
she?
something else.
Hold on. Let's let her tell us herself what she is.
I'm completely crazy.
That's right. That's right.
That's all we need.
That tracks.
She really put a lot of filler in there. No, she didn't. She just cut right to the chase.
Yep. She just gets right on it.
I appreciate that.
Let's see. Oh, here. How about this?
I think it's low-key cool, though. In a way, it's cool to talk to someone that's like 13 and then just like red pill them.
No, it's not. Not cool at all.
No.
That's a real quote. That's real.
That's out of his mouth hole. Said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
And then
Yeah.
he made an insane post basically saying, never said it. What is this out of context stuff, bro?
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is you, bro.
And then
I think I can fix K. Podgy.
as long as she
I was waiting
doesn't
for that.
talk.
I was waiting for Monkey to say that, but he had already dropped off. So there was two parts of that I absolutely loved. When the one girl that he actually had a conversation with and says, "Oh, your generation will be dead by then," and I was kind of laughing because he's like, "I'm not even that old," and that was kind of like the basis of the Conspiracy Music Studio Fallacy Machine song, because I helped contribute to that, and I was talking to him about that. I'm like, "No, this is the part you got to add in." And then when when two other girls got on, I go, "Wow, you're so old."
Yeah,
you're
like 50.
You're like 50. And I'm like, now, if someone just turned 50, I just got to say, screw you. We all look like Whitsitt.
The funny thing is, like, after a few of them, he's like, guys, do I look 50? Like, what am I doing? He's like straightening himself up and like trying to get better in frame.
He's like, I gotta get my Nike shirt.
Blouse. But then he went and got grandma's blouse right after he got told he was 50. So now he had to dress like a 21-year-old.
Oh my God.
Took off 17 years and changed his gender all in one swing,
Well, he started shopping at Forever 21.
That makes sense.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's adorable.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Oh, Mikey Smith. Mikey Smith, tell us something. Oh, it didn't work. Mikey.
That's about right. He usually doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Thank you. Got it, Mikey Smith.
That lands.
It'll randomly do it like it's loading it right now, and they'll just all of a sudden do it. So
3 minutes later.
Well, how you doing? Well, I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't have no education.
see? It just I need to put in this is the program I wrote to interface with OBS, so I need to put in a thing to preload the video. So
we found
my favorite Mikey.
Go ahead.
My favorite Mikey moment is the time that he went unhinged at someone in your chat to him when he was talking to you like one of the first times about his learning disability, where he just went ape shit about how he's going to report it like YouTube and FBI or whatever. I don't remember who all he said, but
I think you could see Mikey, I think you could see MCToon realize at that moment in time, like, okay, this person is not well. And I think that's kind of when the shift occurred, when you're like, and he just got unhinged, and he's like, no, nobody made fun of your speech impediment or whatever he was saying, or
reading
learning disability.
Learning disability. Yeah.
He went from 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds flat, like a flip of a switch, speed of light.
My favorite Mikey moment is when he lost it with Astrocate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he didn't like that at all.
Like,
and then
she was
confused it
being
with
so
Monkey.
nice.
She's
and
so
he
nice.
And Astrocate is the best. Love you.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She's awesome.
She's
the second favorite one is when he's at a. Go ahead.
Well, Monkey was the unfortunate recipient of the wrath of Mikey after that stream.
Yeah, I got
She banned Monkey and wouldn't talk to him for like a week, and Monkey somehow, figured out how to get in touch with Mikey outside of the stream and settled it. But like, he was not happy with Monkey. He was like, "You're okay."
Yeah, he thought I was Astro-K. I'm like, dude, that's when I reached out. I believe it was one of the people in our community. I'm not gonna say who, but I was like, hey, I know you have Mikey's number. Can I text him to tell him, hey, I am not a female?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But that led to like you kind of having a little bit of a nice rapport building session. I think if I remember correctly.
Yeah. No, me and Mikey have a good rapport. Like we're good.
Basically bros.
Yeah,
we're basics. Yeah.
My third BFF is Witted. I've been trying to get Witted to debate me, and he says he's not scared, but he hasn't accepted the debate. So I mean, I don't think that he's super scared.
You should see on X, he's going to Shiva. He's like, you just know you wouldn't survive in a debate with me. Like, really?
Dude, you don't debate anymore, bud. So
debate versus science. Let's see who wins out on that one.
I send Witted every Sunday. I send Witted a weekly reminder that he's terrified of me. Just so he remembers his place in the world.
I need to pull the clip. I think I have it where he's like, "Oh yeah, you're that one guy that one time that was like, yeah, bro, like come on, bro, I'm not gonna come on." You were just like,
"Oh, it's on my channel, yeah."
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
that would be good to watch.
Super chat, and of course the people on his chat were like, "Oh, look at him! He spent $75," and they didn't see that it said
so
you.
Stupid. So dumb. Oh yeah, pull that, Max. That would be a great clip. It's like 30 seconds, but
yeah, it's quite short. Give me one moment. Sherwa.
I've got that. Who we were talking about Arwen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about this?
We did.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
I mentioned. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tim. He doesn't. That's about right. We brought up. You had a name drop earlier. We were doing a. So I mentioned Roger that when we first came on, and I've seen him in the chat a little bit here and there. He might have turned in for the night, but we did Arwinian history on Yerba Mate Talks. Mr. Max here hosted Roger that to give us the lore, and we just started bouncing off the walls with wacky Arwen interactions. And I had mentioned that you had helped him get the microphone that he so desperately needed for a stream, and some other things that you don't go around making it obvious what you do, but yeah, that came up, and just several funny Arwen stories that Roger that has kind of been low-key trolling him for a while now, and so he kind of had Jamie Sea Level. I don't know if, I think maybe you might be a little familiar if FTFE has mentioned him to you. He showed one of his streams on his channel, but he's like the Arwen resource. If you need to know Arwen and you need it in a nutshell, Jamie Sea Level's made some great videos that show that. But
yeah. What we need to do is we need to make sure that these things get memorialized on the Flurf Wiki.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, you can mention that now.
The Flurf Wiki for Flatzoid is amazing, and I thought it was Peter Markley. It wasn't him. It was, I mean, he did some, but it was Gowden's Raber that did all that. Is so much. Is so good.
All right. Are we ready to see which is not scared?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yes.
Share it.
Let me know when it loads.
It's in.
I got it.
There we go.
Debate me. Love you. Like 30 you. 75 UYU. What is it?
Sorry,
I don't care. See, what does this guy say here? What is UYU? 75 UYU. What is that, like 30 cents? I have been saving my first super chat ever to tell you you are scared to debate me. Love you. Bye. Let's unpack this.
Okay, unpack it.
Let's unpack this.
Unpack
this whole thing.
I've been saving up my super chat. First ever. Tell you that you're scared to debate me.
Oh, his ego.
I love you. Bye. Okay, brother. I don't know you, man.
You know exactly who I am.
No idea.
Okay, I know. I do know of you, that username being the guy that was on that one show that would do debate after shows. And you say I'm scared to debate you. My recollection is I went on there and debated like the whole room, 12v1.
No,
that's what I remember, and that's with interruptions. And what that turns into is to even like fairly address the conversation. It basically turns into me having to talk the whole time. And then that's twisted as though I'm like hogging the mic and I'm like arrogant or whatever. And it's like, no, it's just you're ignorant on this subject. You're now trying to ask me about it. So now I have to like explain it to you, explain your position to you, like kind of qualify the question, fix your question even, then properly answer it. Now I need to lay the groundwork for the room. So it just turns into this like, I'm having to teach you guys this stuff that you're so arrogant about, just so you can then be arrogant about it.
He's so humble. He's so humble.
That's my recollection. Now, as to you pretending I'm scared to debate you, bro, I'm not scared to. I mean this very literally, okay? I am not scared to debate anyone on Earth. Literally. I think very few people can debate well.
Bro.
It's so good. Thank you, Max.
Oh my God.
It's like while he's running away, he's saying, I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. And like bolting at Usain.
He's yelling behind him. I'm not scared.
You're lucky that I'm behind this fence, or I would totally, debate you into the floor and stuff.
Now, Max, that after show he was talking about, isn't that the same one where he said it was going to be a really tough year for Globers because he's going to do celestial navigation and they're going to take away the sky?
Yes, I have that. Right.
No, that was the same one he's talking about, right?
Yeah, yes. That is the one.
I'm sorry. Can we watch that one?
If play it. Play it.
1 second.
He had his emotional support animal Toby there with him.
Yeah.
So sweet.
What's not really 12 on 1 then. It sounds like Witsit's math is a little off.
A little.
Humility.
Share
Nothing but humility.
That screen, share sound. Here we go.
Taking away satellites.
Oh, damn. No. Go back.
2024 is going to be a rough year for you guys. We're taking away satellites. We're taking away celestial navigation. We're taking away claimed Euclidean visual space. And we're taking away the sky. And that's going to be rough for you guys. I mean, there's literally no rebuttal to any of them. Like when you claim that these things don't work on a flat Earth, we've proven that they do now objectively. 2024 is going to be a rough year for you guys.
Proven that they work on flat Earth objectively. These never came out.
My favorite is the claimed Euclidean visual space.
Yeah.
So if Euclidean spaces, visual spaces. A visual space is not Euclidean, then if it looks flat, it can't possibly be flat, right?
Yeah. What all they've done is say no visual things can be used.
Right.
All visual stuff is out the window. Okay, so then what makes you think it's flat? It can't be visual.
All that we see too far goes out the window.
It can't be Black Swan. It can't be Bedford level. It can't be anything.
The celestial theodolite.
Yeah.
Nothing. But that was early 2024.
Yep.
And cut to late 2024 or 2025 actually.
He was the luggage.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably was after the debate he had with Will, where he wrote the lyrics to the song "Etherically Displaced."
That was probably a debate on MDD. And debate on MDD, that's what we use.
I know,
that's
but,
what we do the after show for.
It wasn't the same day, but I mean, it was on the calendar. It was later than that.
Yeah. I think it might have been earlier.
This is another favorite of mine. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
If I can do a little refresh action. Ooh, is it not coming through?
No flat Earth debate, but
yeah, we got
this is the original. This is what we all.
Why is there this hunger for the flat Earth debate, but for you in particular? Do you think?
I think I've done pretty well in the debates, and typically the opponents are not all that worthy. Humbly, they're just not typically as informed. So
why is there?
That's one of my favorites.
Humbly, bro.
She's so the humblest in the world.
Good Lord.
And then Alex, imagine Alex Jones walking in and schooling you and mic dropping. Like, how embarrassing.
Yeah, imagine Alex Jones walking in and be like, "You're an idiot."
You gotta scrub the resume on that one. Jesus.
There's nothing lower than that. Your life is done. Like, get plastic surgery, move to a different country, learn a new language. Get your skin's got to be a different color too. I mean, do everything so that nobody has any way of knowing that you are that guy.
Nah.
Let's see. Dave McKeegan says best wits at moment. Quote, flat Earth is a psyop to stop people debating geocentrism. Antarctica 2024. He was saying that. He really was trying to go down that route, like testing the waters. That's
hard. He can't find a grift that suits him.
That's what he does though. He's always floating balloons to say, "Whoa, can I get any traction with this? Can I get any traction with this?"
I think I found Max's favorite. That's it. See if I can get it. Do you remember Daryl's debate? Of course you do, right?
Yeah.
That's an all-time.
Oh my God! Everyone, lower your volumes a bit because I'm going to have to yell for this. So
yep. Yeah.
Be warned.
I'll just mute and I'll just read your lips.
Here we go. I think I found it.
If you don't, I have it ready.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
All right.
Like, I'm not claiming to be Nikola Tesla by any stretch. That's not my point. My point is, don't just talk.
Oh no, this isn't.
No, wait. I have it.
All right, yeah, I'll let you do it. But this is still good.
Literally, the vast majority of millionaires, the vast majority of them, did not finish college.
All right, that's a great statement.
Put that one together for me, buddy.
So that's just a lie.
That is just a blatant lie.
He was full of those for this entire debate.
Oh my God, Daryl just, it was so good.
I'm gonna hold my.
Oh, you.
Oh,
here we go.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna say it.
Lower your volume. I'm going to yell.
And in school, you did math and you could pass the test and not have to write the answers down. So why don't you tell me, how would you integrate this? What would be the proper way to integrate this?
No, dude, Ryan, why are you not moderating? All the time is intentionally avoiding every single aspect of the actual debate and the subject, every point that I've made. He came here in complete bad.
That's so good.
I love that.
Oh
now,
my
every
God.
time, it's kind of become a thing that every time someone appeals to the moderator, and I've seen it in other debates, people put in the chat like, Ryan.
I love it.
Oh, it's so fun.
Man,
Do you remember the time?
Recover from that destruction that Daryl handled him in such a way that day.
He just got beat. He just got pummeled up and down. All right. Jay Donachie is in the chat. I went this weekend to the Renaissance Festival, and I just got to show you. I brought the mug. I brought the mug with to the Ren Fest. There it is. Anyway, thank you to Jay for sending the mug.
Oh, look at that. That is cool.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I was watching the stream with delay.
All right. There you go.
Hey, Toon, so I don't have much time. I always have like horrible news to share with you, so I wanted to share another like kind of sad story. A buddy of mine, he drank about a gallon of wood polish the other day, and he unfortunately didn't make it. It was a horrible end, but a lovely finish.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I could not fit that one into a chat for life.
Are you old enough to be telling dad jokes?
No, sir. No, I'm not.
Dad,
Oh.
get off my lawn.
Oh my god.
I found one more. It's one of my favorites where Witsit decided to tell us what is a sunset, and it actually leads into a great song that you the hoedown, I think. But
yes,
it's a great explanation if you want to see exactly how he put it.
It's the etherically displaced one.
Oh yeah.
No, it's 47 seconds of just pure answering Will Duffy's question.
I need my Hubris Valley Ranch.
Yeah, there's some of that.
What is a full moon and what is a new moon on your model?
Yes.
Good question, man. I think it's probably like a magnetic cycle, and just like the center of a Ferrel cell image of a magnet, it's just completely black. It's actually just pure inertia in the center, the Ferrel cell image of a magnet. I think that's what it is. It just actually goes into its inertial state, then charges back up, and once it becomes like etherically displaced again, you start to see it charge up throughout a cycle, then it goes back. Purely speculation. I don't know what the moon is at all. It's a very beautiful thing. The creator made the heavens so that you can't understand them, so that you have to acknowledge that he exists. But what I wanted to talk about is the falsification is independent of replacement thing, right? Because I don't need to know what it is to know that your model is, well, provably not true.
Yeah.
What is a full?
So that was a lot of words, Al. Would you say that?
Yeah, that's a whole bottle worth. That's like a gallon.
I wonder what Jared would say. Go ahead, sorry.
He can say that, but then want us to tell him what word salad is.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what Jaron would say of that clip today.
So I asked Jaron that question that you're wondering when we were in the airport in Santiago, because we had the same flight from Santiago to Dallas. We're on the same flight. And so we had a long layover. I landed before Jaron in Santiago, and then Dave McKeegan and myself and Will we all were on the same flight there, and then Will left before first of the three, and then I was there longer. I was there until evening. And so Jaron and I, we came and met at the terminal because he went to off campus. They brought him to a hotel. They gave him a complimentary hotel for during the day for a few hours. Anyway, he came back, and while we were there, that was one of the questions. Said, when he was on your channel there, and when Will asked Austin that thing about the moon, he went on about the etherically displaced. What do you think about that? He's like, I don't know. Like he didn't want to throw him under the bus. Yeah. But today,
fair enough.
Yeah, he probably would. Then he'd back it up.
That segment alone was the whole basis of why I decided to take the meme of Hubris Valley Ranch that I made when I sent that to you, Toon, like last year sometime, or 2 years ago, to the actual commercial on the channel.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason for that, was that segment. I'm like, this is why I have parody commercials.
Yeah. All right. We got a new Joe B.
He is from Twitter.
All right.
Joe, he's one of the Globers
howdy,
of Twitter.
Everybody.
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Nothing much. It's kind of late, but I figured I'd jump in anyway. Dan convinced me.
Oh, nice.
Well, I shamed them. There's a difference.
Yeah, yeah.
I told him I'm old enough to be his dad, and I'm still up, so.
Any friend of Dan's is a friend of mine, and I think the others would say the same. But yeah, what's going on in the Twitter spaces nowadays with all this garbage?
Nothing much. They kind of died out. The flat Earth spaces. I mean, they kind of burned all their bridges by being, you know how they are.
horrible, antisocial, and a bunch of adjectives.
Is that where all the flat Earth evidence is? They haven't brought any to YouTube, so maybe are they holding it over there? Or?
I don't know. It's not on X.
Oh, okay. So it's not.
Maybe it's on TikTok. It's certainly not on X.
That is a risky operation there, going into TikTok for more than 15 seconds.
I know.
How hard would you say moving forward that it would be to get an actual flat Earth debate, Toon?
They're getting harder, for sure. Yeah. So I had Kazra was on. We have another round to come. So that'll probably happen. QOP,
if you would.
QOP has said he will, but then he always backs out.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, now Cosgrove was an aerospace engineer, right?
Yes.
Yes.
At least.
Okay, down there in Joe B, you have an aerospace engineer too. But he's a glober.
Yeah.
Dicky has been because we got bored of Dick Wayne, so I banned him. But he's been running his mouth at me, so I'll issue a formal challenge. Dicky, step up if you want to debate me. I will not be half as nice as everyone else has been to you. I'll just destroy you.
Who's
you're
that?
challenged.
Who's
it's
that?
Dicky, Richard Boy.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got a little bit of a backlog, and I don't want to disrespect them. My Mom Bakes Cake specifically mentioned this. So My Mom Bakes Cake says the chances of Witless showing us evidence are equal to the rapture actually happening.
Oof. That tracks.
Yeah, because no one knows the time or place. I think that's a biblical paraphrase, but
yeah.
So it's weird that they ignore that.
Jay Donachie says that song rocks, that little short one I played there. Man, that was so funny and popping stitches, man. So you really went to a Renfest. And I have 8 mugs coming soon. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
You better start drinking more and more coffee and just leaving the dishes in the sink.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to put up more shelves with hooks. Right. Is what I'm going to have to do when I move to whenever it is, when I get the unfinished room that I got to refinish, or not refinish, start finishing. Okay, we got Kango 44 says he was working stamping out number plates. That was
jail.
That was the previous owner of Matters Now. CK says my bros Max, Monkey Cat, Pat, and Icy Spin, and then another heart.
Thanks, CK. She's
such
sweet.
a bro, CK.
Such a bro.
Kango 44 says I want to see a boat brought back after it's gone over the horizon. There are loads of those videos, right? No.
That's a good question. Yeah.
They always,
The answer's no.
this is what's amazing. In debates, they'll actually claim that these exist. And I always ask, well, let's see it. And they never can.
Pull it up. I mean, that's what that expression is for.
Yes.
And they always seem to stop before they go over the horizon. They stop recording. Why is that?
Yeah. Evil Producer 1 says, Flurf's claim a globe Earth floating in space is stupid, but I want a Flurf to explain what holds the flat Earth. Well, it's the pillars, of course. And also, Earth hangs on nothing.
Nothing. Indeed.
That's a good point. Yeah, Max was trying to give me that point the other night when I think Roger was asking something about it. And they're like, yeah, show me how, I don't know. I can't even remember. They said so much stuff, but it was something to do with like gravity and that the Bible says that it's flat and stationary. And then it's like, well, it hangs on nothing. So, and it's like, it always boils down to like, let's let the Bible be the Bible. Like, let's talk about things that we can actually do and measure. And they don't like to not blend the two, I think. So
I usually echo what you say, and I talked about this with the sign maker, that the flat Earth God is so pathetic that it can only create like a snow globe instead of this gigantic universe filled with wonders and supernovas and quasars and black holes. And it's like, it's real magic. It's, I'm not a believer, but if I were to compare the two gods, I'm taking the globe god, definitely.
Well, it's worse than that, though. The Flurf god is so pathetic, he can't even write the literal description of the Earth in a way that's not self-contradictory. Right? So they say it's literal. You have to take the Bible literally when it's talking about the shape of the Earth. So it's literally a circle and it literally has 4 corners. Can't be both. That's a pathetic, weak God that can't even have it match. And also,
that God can't separate between a circle and a square.
Yeah, like it could be a rectangle, could be a rhombus. Also hangs on nothing, sits on pillars. Contradict. You can't take them literally. Earth is not moved. Also, Earth is shaken off its foundations. Again, you cannot take the Bible literally when you're talking about the shape of the Earth or the motion of the Earth, because it's contradictory if you take it literal.
Yep. That was the summary. It was like there's allegorical context in the Bible. It's been written over many thousands of years, right? Or I don't know if it was many thousands, but a long period of time. And unless you're here to convince me that they all had the same plug into God, where they're all being fed, information that's all the same, which I don't think is their argument. And they're like, nah, yeah, we're not willing to do that. But it's like, unless that's what you're trying to tell me, like you would agree that different people equals different writing styles equals different stories and way the stories are told. Like there's going to be some things that don't quite mesh out if you're taking everything literal. And so then they change the subject. But that was basically, I think that was the point that I was trying to make was that. But.
Mm-hmm.
And Max is like, I could debate the Bible on these flat earthers. Let me at them. And then Roger's like, he can make a movie. You can make a video separately. Like I'm like, come on, dude, are you serious? Let this guy up. It's so sad.
All right, Michael Gaylord says, been a member 3 months. Says, hey, Toon, nothing to really say, but good job. Thank you for that, for the member super chat. Mark Boots says it must be flat. Santa knows best, surely.
Good point.
He doesn't, and don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
The Sun Express for $10 whole says, and for the flurfs who still waffle, stars never move, gibberish, Barnard star, Captain's star, and LaSalle 93. Hold on. 90. Oh, I got it. It died. The page died. 9352, all measurably moved over 10 years. Can't wait for the Gaia data release 2600 or thousands more. Yes, they're like, but through the Georgia Guidestones, it never moved once. Like that was like 3 arc seconds. 3 degrees wide. How did you measure that? What was the precision?
It was a 5/8 hole.
5/8 inch hole. Yeah, but it depends how far you are from it.
Right. But I mean, even if you're right up, I think I figured I did the math when they did this like last year. I think if you're within like, a hand distance away, it was more than 3 degrees.
Yeah.
Like it would take 2,500 years to go through that.
Yeah. They have no idea of precision of measurement. Right? Let's say, well, what's the margin of error of that measurement? What? 0.
And before any history before computers, they just throw it out, right? Like we couldn't have possibly known.
No, before Dubé started telling them what to think.
Yeah.
Or you have the
science stopped at 1800 and something, 1880, and it was all made up after that. Until Dubé came up, started telling what they said. So that gap in the middle there is where the Great Reset was, the mud flood, and everything else, and where they started making up things like getting rid of the ether and stuff.
I think the fastest router ever created was by the ancient Greeks. Don't just quote me if I'm wrong. I think it was the year 876, right? Like it was
Tartarians.
Oh, okay.
And then you have people like Dick Wayne that even though you're doing a measurement with an instrument, a very precise instrument, just because you need to put it into, like you need to view the measurement. It's like, oh, you're measuring with your eyes. It's like, nope. the thing is doing the measurement. I'm just reading the result. And like he went so hard on that one.
You're just
measuring
eyeballing
with
it.
your eyes.
You're just eyeballing it.
That's wild.
Yeah. Okay, Nero the Strange for 1,000 NGNs. NGN is, what's that, Nickelodeon Gaming Network dollars? Says, this is golden. I am enjoying the stream of pissed off flirfs, that is. Exposing Mod's tricks. The flat earther who has a little bit of a messiah thing. Good guy though. Ryan, how you doing? Good to have you here. Says, isn't a horizon on a ball a flat circle? It's just all the same fallen angel, or am I the obtuse one? Yes, you are. It is a circle, but it's below your eye level, and so it will form a curve. So,
one thing, shoot, I just lost it. Let me find it again, and I had a question.
All right. While you do that, Martin Newsom is a member at Newton. Brand new. Thank you. Jesus Eber Martinez, or Jesus, says the rapture didn't happen. Well, here's why I said it. Jesus, the rapture did happen, but only those named Jesus were there. So when God realized it was a copy paste error, all got sent back to Earth.
Paste is the most dangerous command in a programmer's editor.
What?
Shift insert.
Dad, you never want to misplace a colon.
My Mom Bakes Cakes. I already read that there. Thank you for that. We got Butch Convoy says, after serious consideration, I believe I am humble enough to bid ye a good morning from Ireland, and the rest of the day to you.
We humbly salute you too, sir.
Yeah. Oh, Kango44 says C and Lua is all you need. Oh my goodness. Nobody programs in Lua. That's a myth. And if you don't know what Lua is, you're lucky.
My instructor for COBOL, I took COBOL in college. Our instructor for that class was an amateur paleontologist.
Stick.
Okay.
COBOL should be taught by people who are into dinosaurs.
Okay. I was okay.
Oh, I thought you were being genuine. Like,
no, he was. No, he was. It was true. He was an amateur.
Oh, okay. That's why I said.
But that's it should be. I mean, that is as things should be.
With Roger Letwell, when they ran out of stuff, and JJ, they go like, these guys believe in dinosaurs.
So
that's good for another hour.
A few years ago, I tried to get some serious dino deniers. Like probably 2021, and I couldn't find any actual dino deniers. Like there weren't any. And now so many of the flurfs are. It's weird how they just fell in line, just like the gullible idiots
they were told
are.
exactly what to believe. Yeah, they were just told, you know what, guys, dinos, they're not real, and they're like, oh shit, you think that we can sell it? Yeah, let's just try it. Let's just say we don't believe in them.
And why? Here, I'm going to ask Arwen. Arwen, why did flat earthers blindly believe that dinos don't exist?
Flat earthers are stupid and retarded, and they never pay attention to anything, and they always get things wrong, and they're lazy, and literally all that. All
right. Well, I mean, just a little harsh on them, but also, you gotta, it's hard. It's tough love. So thank you, Arwen. The tough love.
To be fair, he's not wrong.
I love that.
It was harsh, but
Toon, did you see the presentation? Roger was talking about this on Max. Arwen went and did a presentation where he introduced himself as a physicist, a cosmologist.
Should I drop the link in the Foundry?
A theoretician. It's in Dutch, but you can auto-translate it to English subtitles.
It's
I
beautiful.
have it. I have it here.
You got it unlocked?
It is.
Yep.
I don't even know how to describe this.
Gorgeous is the word.
It is delusions of grandeur.
For a little while, we were kind of joking of sending FTFE to the Netherlands to attend the conference, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
There we go.
Meanwhile, we have the context for this. Yeah, Max, send it over. I'm going to just give the context.
I put it there in the thing.
Roger that was giving us kind of the nutshell of it earlier, and he said that they called the conference for him. So Roger has a Discord where he has some guys that mess with Arwen, right? And they set everything up. They negotiated on Arwen's behalf, and then so these people reach out to Arwen and invite him because his followers, supporters / Roger that and the gang made it obvious that Arwen was extremely smart and deserved everyone's time at this conference. And then I think they paid him something like $400 or whatever. Yeah. Is it Swedish kroners? I don't know what they use.
They paid him.
Excuse me.
But
they paid him.
Yeah.
And I actually tried to download it earlier and I was running into errors. But yeah, Max sent, it's got English subtitles and we were following.
You only need the first 3 minutes.
It's good stuff. I'm gonna watch it.
He's giving his presentation with the game League of Legends open in his laptop because you can see the icon of the game and like a message over there. So professional. And of course, he has his sweater is broken up in the elbows. It's like all torn, and he moves his hand, and you can see his elbow poking through the sweater.
Yeah. The turtleneck.
He's the homeless physicist, cosmologist, theoretician.
Here you go. Here it is. He's not homeless.
No.
Oh, Dan said homeless.
Let's see. Subtitles auto-translate to... You know my language. Why isn't mine auto-defaulted at the top? Come on.
And then, so these people reach out to Arwen and invite him.
Jay, you got to mute.
Hello? Okay. Made it obvious that Arwen was extremely smart and deserved everyone. Man, that's a great voice coming through your speakers there, Jay.
Yeah, Jay, you gotta mute the stream.
Yeah. There's the Donahue.
Donna Key.
Subtitles, and we were following.
You only need the first.
All right, hold on.
Where's it? It's good stuff. I'm gonna watch it.
All right, I muted you, Jay, until you do that. You can unmute yourself when you can. All right, here it is.
Mijn naam is Paul. Ik ben geestesmechanicus.
I'm a mental mechanic, a physicist, a cosmologist, a theoretician, and a recluse. He got that one right. He got one right.
1 out of 5 is not bad.
Ja, dit is de allereerste presentatie die ik ooit doe voor een publiek.
Yeah, you're coming through hot computer speaker.
Ik heb hier wat papieren voor me, want dat heb ik echt nodig. Ik ben zeer bekend met het materiaal waar ik het vandaag over ga hebben, maar ik ben gewend om dit al...
You know it'd be good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I saw that picture of the Renaissance. That's cool. Tune.
Yeah.
That was cool, man. So
hey Jay, how you doing, man?
How you guys doing? What did they say about? It's dark in my bedroom. I'm getting ready for bed. I was wondering what did they say about the mug? Did they say it was cool and stuff?
Oh, nobody said anything about the mug that was there because, okay. I'm definitely not the weird one dressed. There's people are significantly weirder dressed than I was. I have one shirt that I put on one day a year at most, and it's the day I go to the Renaissance. And it's black, it's frilly, it's got extra long like ties and stuff. and I tied the mug. So there's like 2 feet of string hanging off of both of my sleeves. And so I tied the mug to the string hanging off of my sleeve. And that's what I walked around with all day. Just it hung there nicely. I never forgot it anywhere. It was perfect.
It's a good sport. A good sport.
Smart.
Yeah. Practical.
And you filled it with mead, right?
mead.
I only filled it with water.
Water, yeah.
Sorry.
Toonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
you
the
were
perfect
going
mug.
to say, Toon, what would be good for that video?
It would be good to have somebody record English voices.
Ooh,
right?
I can do a voiceover.
David's in the chat speaks that. So, David, would you be willing to record that for us? I mean, to get that, like a proper translation, because the automated gets stuff wrong all the time.
Yeah, so we need somebody that speaks Arwinian natively to get the translation correct.
I can give it a shot.
Well, I just called Toon for a minute because I don't have no money left on my card because my credit card got stolen.
Oh no!
Or my ID was stolen, so I had to cancel one of my cards. So I can't use my card to do for super chat. That's why I got one on here.
Oh yeah.
So,
glad to have you.
I mentioned you're colorblind, so why don't you use those chroma glasses?
So I got a pair, and I used them for a while, and then and like when I got them, I'm like, oh, these are awesome, and I told myself they're awesome because, I paid good money for them, and they're not awesome.
Okay, it's kind of
like I could they're fine for sunglasses, but they weren't I didn't become not colorblind anymore, and I could identify things a little better.
Okay.
But I wouldn't. I'm like, can I identify colors? I'm like, is that this color? My family's like, no. So I still got it wrong.
All right.
Yeah, we play that same game, Toon, at my house with my daughter, where it's like, Dad, what color is this? It's like, we're not playing this game today.
Nope.
It gets annoying. So the funny thing is, I was trying to explain to people when you do a colorblindness test, that indigo purple eyepiece that you hold up so you can see the numbers and the letters in the colorblindness test. Have you ever seen those?
No, I haven't.
So there's a violet one that you can't tell the colors, but it spreads the spectrum out far enough to where you can see it almost like black and white, what letter, numbers, everything else is in there, but it's dark purple.
Oh.
So everything's shades of purple.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Being colorblind is fun.
Are you colorblind too?
Yep. And I work in telecommunications, which has a color code. So that makes it real fun.
Yeah.
That is wild.
At my first job, my first internship from college, day one, they're like, oh, here, you're going to sit here and you need to run your own Cat5 cable. The switch, well, it was the hub. The hub is above the ceiling tile over here. And you're going to need to run the cable. The cable's in the closet there, and there's the punch down tools. Go ahead. And so I'm up in the ceiling, and I'm doing it all. I ran the whole thing. And then I'm like, now what do I do? It's like, oh, well, here, you just put the Cat5 on. It's color coded. Here's the key. Just do it. I'm like, oh, good. So I put in
orange, green, shit.
I'm like, I tried. It didn't work. I tried again. Didn't work. Tried again. Didn't work. I'm like, can somebody help? And the guy that was telling me, he was the bastard operator from hell. He was the guy that whole thing was written about. And he was the one, he's like, went and I'll do it myself. And it worked when he did it. Not when I did it.
Well, Toon, I'm going to take off. I just wanted to say hello and stuff. And I'm waiting on the two it's taking like 2 weeks for them to come. So, and then they'll probably take another week to get to you. So,
all right.
I'm holding up on it. That's why it's taking so long to get them to you.
Oh, that's
All right,
fine.
well.
Thank you.
Hey, Jay.
Yep, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Good night. All right, let me play a little bit. You said you can see that he's got League of Legends up?
Yes.
Yep. You look at the icon bar.
If you look at the icons,
on his screen. Okay.
On his screen there on the projector, you can see that there's an L with like a notification 1.
Voor mij is de redelijke uitdaging.
By the way, you can they recorded this in 4K tune, so we can really nail down this resolution if we need to.
Oh, look at that. There we go.
I'm recording it in 4K right now.
So on the taskbar, one of these, so he's like,
yes,
it's still
to
running.
the left of the yellow, to the left of the yellow of the folder, that's the one. That's the L of League of Legends.
To the left of Unfornicated, which one is the yellow one? Can you?
Oh,
it's straight up from his bald spot.
Right.
There you go.
There, that's the one. Sorry, I forgot. We were just talking about you being colorblind, and I already forgot.
So, did he bring his crossbow?
The one
That's
without color.
The important question.
For personal protection, yes.
Okay, so is it running?
Yeah, it's running because it has the notification. Otherwise, it doesn't show that. He has a chat.
Oh, that's precious.
I played League of Legends for many years. I don't anymore.
Dus daar ga ik mijn best voor doen vandaag.
All right. Well, excellent. Yeah. So if somebody wanted to translate it and then do a voiceover, oh, that'd be amazing.
If someone wants to translate it, we can arrange for someone else to do the voiceover. David, if you want to, do the translation.
Hold on. Nick Beaver saying he only had his USB drive, not his hardware. So that's not his laptop?
That's not his laptop?
So it wasn't his League of Legends. You know what?
Wow.
That makes sense. He
Fair enough.
He couldn't afford a microphone. He doesn't have a laptop.
Yeah. Very true.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And, you can expect that the person who was running that while they were waiting for everyone to get organized was probably playing League of Legends on the screen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, but I don't know how do you flat earthers even play games, because the rules are just an appeal to authority, bro.
It is. But anyway, at the end of that, Arwen, you did a good job, right?
I do my best.
Thank you, Arwen. Glad to have you here.
It's just that your best is not really that good.
I was not trying to touch it, Arwen. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Foxworth.
No, I just saw it that it popped up shirtless.
It's just disgusting.
I know. Arwen's so fun. Oh man. Todd says the Rapture happened and there's photos of ships going over the horizon. Unfortunately, only in Canada. You wouldn't know them.
These claws on Mr. Mikey Smith. Jeez Louise. It's terrifying.
Oh.
Eric Eric Burns, the astronomer, the other day was sent as he was like, I'm listening to the stream while I'm doing some astrophotography. And then I'm like, of course, when you get the picture, send it over. And it's funny that Mikey would say that all those stars are at the same height. Like, oh yeah, that's a picture of the firmament.
Yeah. How did you tell?
Picture.
How did you tell? They look the same. But how did you tell that they look the same distance? You can tell. That's it. They just can tell. I wish Arwen was back on YouTube. I can't. Yeah.
Well, we do know that we have it's being restreamed to YouTube daily. I need to fish out I don't know if CK's still in the chat. She has it pretty handy, but some friends of ours have taken it upon themselves to make sure that the world is still in tune with what Arwen's daily happenings are. And there's a site dedicated to that. And it's fun.
Serving the better purpose. Really.
That's right. That's right.
Lars Ulrich is in here telling us that there's been no measured force of attraction between masses. It's never been measured.
Really?
Because he's never done a Cavendish.
Wow. No measured force of attraction between two masses. It's never been. Amazing that you could get to the age that your mom lets you type into the YouTube chat and not be aware of the many measurements of the force between them. I'll just give you a little help here. Hold on. So it's
I downloaded that app you recommended to Physics Toolbox. It's pretty cool.
I love it.
Wait, this is Lars Ulrich with a CK, not a CH.
Yeah, I don't think it's the one from Metallica.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be.
Don't think it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean, it's just why would people? I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so Lars, there it is. Now, typically flat earthers, when they're given that, they don't look, or they which of course is a complete fail. The other thing that they like to do is they'll kind of look a little bit and they'll say it's all fake, or they'll just kind of hand wave without looking at it. And so I'll just give you a little hint, a little tip. If you're going to try to refute, just the tip. If you're going to try to refute science, what you need to do is you need to engage with the science. So maybe you think the methodology is incorrect. So go read and find where the methodology is wrong. Maybe you think that there was a confounding variable that they ignored, that they didn't consider. Well, then go through and have a look to see if they talk about it. I can tell you that there's a couple in there that probably very specifically address whatever it is that you think might be a confounding variable. They've addressed it. Specifically, I'm going to just direct your attention to the one that has the letters BIPM. BIPM. Those are the ones you're going to want to find, and then find, first write down what you think the confounding variables might be, and then go see if it's been addressed. So
that's what scientists do. They predict and they consider all possibilities.
And they engage with the published articles about experiments that people have done. They read them, they understand them, they analyze them to find if there's flaws. And then if there are flaws, you know what they do? They write their own paper, and then they send it in to the same journal or a different journal as a critique of the other one, so that there's this back and forth communication so that people can get better and figure it out more accurately.
Don't you know, flat earthers are exempt from having to do any of this?
I guess so.
Oh,
I'm just trying to derive from something I know.
Hey, Roger, that's in the chat. Yeah, we were talking Arwen, Roger.
Instead of endless speculation based on stuff I don't know. Now the problem is, if you're a flat earther, the stuff you know is basically nothing. So yes, those papers that I presented there, every single one of them are going to be over your head. So you're going to need to do what we say. You're not tall enough to ride the ride. You're going to have to grow. You have to, go do the Rocky steps. Find your go bungee jumping. Go find some medieval torture device where they stretch you, make you taller. Figuratively, you're gonna have to do something to get smarter with your brain up here. Work out your brain so that you understand the topics that are in those particular papers there. Because when you're saying, this is important, when you say, as you've said, there is no measured force of attraction between two masses, it's never been measured. You can't say that without having done a survey of the annals of science that have claimed to measure the attractive force between two masses. Because I just gave you, I did the work for you. I searched out through the annals of science the people that have measured the force of attraction between two masses. Right? Now, if you don't have the capability to understand that, then you don't have the position to make the claim that it's never been measured. You don't have that right. So, the Sun Express hold on, says the only thing one needs to know about Arwen is Zogek als een duur en een dwees klutzak. Dude makes
do you
me
want to know what that is? I already googled that for you.
Dude makes me wish I wasn't Dutch. What?
That as crazy as a hatter and a foolish bastard.
Speaking of Arwen, quick, I'm just going to drop the YouTube link that was shared to me by a friend that is his daily live stream.
Okay.
YouTube. So that's the channel there.
The Snot Cave. Oh, that is amazing. Amazing. Okay, that's so good to know.
I was going to... it's the linear accelerometer, the one that shows the direction. Wait... Motion visualizer? No, what's the...
the physics toolbox?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one that Toon was showing the other day, the one that shows like the direction.
Yeah, the
so
three axis.
I can just... Yeah.
Yep.
I can just show that.
Yeah, and then turn it 90 degrees.
Myself. And then you turn it.
There you go. And then turn it face up.
Turn it more.
Turn
the like flat.
Yeah,
flattish.
turn the face to the ceiling.
Oh, face to the ceiling.
Yeah,
the
but it's hard to see. Right?
It's hard to see, with the...
Yeah, the vectors change.
So, I mean, I don't know what this guy wants, but...
I actually looked up one time how it measures the accelerometer. It's pretty cool because there's like little silicon, like little rubber, almost they look like fibers on like if you had like a silicon
like a comb.
Or like a scrubber or something, just little tiny little stems, and like they are ever so slightly affected by the motion, and they can detect very, very small movements and I guess report it to the microprocessor.
If you put it in vector, it's very small because it's only 1G. But you see that arrow there, how it rotates?
It always goes down.
It always points down. How does the phone know what is down, my good sir? Does it have a Lilliputians inside?
This is just a relative density sensor.
This is what's great. He says
the government through the camera.
He says, explain then why accelerometer register acceleration at rest on a table, but not in free fall. So it is measuring acceleration. It's not measuring at rest. It's measuring acceleration, as we just saw. And then at free fall, it makes sense that it's not measuring anything because it's in free fall. It is moving. It is accelerating downward, and nothing is stopping it. Right, but until the air starts to do that, as you get faster, friction increases, and so it's experiencing no net acceleration because it sums to zero. The actual movement that you're doing and the downward acceleration, the attraction, they're canceling out. It's amazing.
I would test it out, but my phone is brand new. I'm not going to drop it.
So when two teams have a contest of tug of war, and one team wins, does that mean the losing team didn't pull it all?
Actually,
while they pulled out,
while the two teams are in a stalemate, right? Does that mean that there's no pull on the rope? Right? They're not moving. They're not going back and forth. They're at a stalemate. It's just right there in the middle, not moving. Does that mean they're not pulling? Of course not. They're pulling. And what the heck is Wesley Curry?
I know it's a very damaged person in the mind, they just do that. They come in, put the old caps, and just ramble about barcodes and the mark of the beast, and like it's someone that seriously needs help. But like, I'm not joking. Like, for real.
Yes.
It's just that's all they do.
On a fun topic that was brought.
They troll YouTube for live streams, and they just go and say the same thing over and over and over.
Obviously, I'll put it on the screen here so you can read it. Like, this person is mentally ill, right? Flat earthers are generally mentally ill. But this guy is even compared to flatties.
Genuinely mentally ill.
Hi, from this day on, every time you come on your toy TV and do not tell the vision from Jesus while promoting your pollutions instead, a portion of the vision shall be removed and your hedges shut. For 1 minute you shall see your soul's dead gray colored ashes. Those ashes shall be the gray scabs that itch upon those of you who take Satan Omni barcode. Wow. How did this person escape their room after the orderlies locked him up for the night?
He lives alone, but he just refuses to get help. He used to go to that channel that we don't talk about anymore, and because Voldemort has brothers with that kind of condition, he had some sympathy and tried to steer him back away from his delusions. But I'm not capable of, and I don't think anyone here is capable of getting through. That is a person that is in need of serious mental health. Help.
All right, Lars, you are not tall enough to ride. These questions you're asking is telling me that you don't understand this topic at all. So you should know your place. Right? Be humble enough to realize from people that do understand the topic, when we tell you that you don't understand the topic, right? You need to go get some foundational information. Obviously, you did not do well in high school. If you're out of high school, you did not do well studying science, and you most certainly did not take a physics class in your senior year. So you're significantly behind, but the good news is you can catch up. There are free resources if you put your effort into it for you to catch up to gain an understanding. But these questions that you're asking are several steps ahead of where your understanding is. So the answers that we give won't make sense to you because you don't have the prerequisites. You need to go learn more. Okay, go find some YouTube channel.
Can I answer the accelerometer one?
No.
All right.
He's not smart enough. If you give it to him, he will think then all that he will do is he will now try to come up with the next question, because he's already what we know about flat earthers, they start with a pre-selected conclusion. So in his ignorance, he is trying to force the pre-selected conclusion to come out of it by asking what he thinks are trick questions. These are not trick questions. These are questions that you don't understand.
Yeah, an honest interlocutor would eventually run out of explanations and would have to come back, right? But they just find a way to just merge their misunderstanding with their conclusion, with their misunderstanding. Yeah, so.
I see, Spin. That's good space porn.
You like that? Yeah, I was going to bring it up. This is the heavily contested. Yeah, it is. And we did this live with Mike. Yeah, it's a good one here. We got Titan, the moon shadow on Saturn, which the moon is like I think it's up here.
Yeah, it's up high. Yeah. And then is that Astronomy Live's telescope there on the other one?
No,
Reds is.
That's also Reds.
Had some nice. Yes, he said some nice. resources lately for gathering these. He tracked it late at I think it was like 4 or 5 in the morning one night with him and Mike.
It was right after
Debunk
Saturn. It was right after Saturn. They swung it around, changed the some quick settings real quick, and then went right to the ISS right before the power bank died. So
And so far, the flat earthers, they're doing everything they can to address this daily and tell us how it disproves the globe. Just so much that we haven't had a chance to look. No, they haven't provided anything. They ignore it entirely. So as expected. It's like Bob the Science Guy. We were on his he has an exclusive I think it's a Discord that we were in few weeks ago. And just an hour with him showing you tracking satellites, and you can see the stars whizzing by in the background. I mean, there's just no explanation.
Yeah.
Right? Like most people will never even get a chance to look at some of the cool stuff that him and Reds are capable of, just tracking geostationary satellites and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Matt Golf says it's tragic how these vulnerable people get brainwashed into lunacy. Cult behavior is evil. Yeah. Lars is still talking, trying to get, talking about accelerometers. You don't. He must not be listening. I'll just say it one more time. Like, Lars, you don't have the background information. You need to go study hard. So, it's 1:45. I need to go to bed. I got work tomorrow.
Alrighty.
Been fun. Thanks for having us on as usual.
Yeah, thank you. It's been good. Just remember, DIRTh is scared. He knows he could never face me. And every time he runs from me, that's another victory. I love it. Chalking him up.
Oh, yeah.
While I'm here, I have to ask Max, have you heard of a group called Pitax?
A group of what?
A musical group.
Nope.
They're out of
How do you
Spain.
spell it?
They do a really awesome flamenco cover of Billie Jean. The bass player is your doppelganger.
Yeah?
Yes.
Max, you're a bass player?
Wow, Max, amazing.
Looks just like
this.
I'm pretty sure I'm handsomer. I'm more humble.
Search YouTube for Pitax Billie Jean. You'll find it.
All right. Nice. All right, everybody. Did you know that DIRTh is a scammer?
DIRTh is
heard this.
Oh, darn it. Hold on.
Everybody wave again.
Oh, I tricked you. All right. I'm going to try it again. I do need, you know what? I know what I need to do. Anyway, I got to write a little code. Anyway, I'm going to try again. Here we go. Nope.
Bye.
Oh, it didn't go. There, it started for a second.
Say cheese. Thanks, son.
It's going through my ears. I can hear it. I can hear it. It stopped. Okay.
Did you hear DIRTh tell
All right, here we go.
to not tell the truth?
One more time.
Yo.
There we go. See everybody.
Yo, listen up, it's your boy DIRTh in the his house. Plan so slick, gonna make your pockets his house. I got an app that's gonna change your life. But before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say the earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. Yo, listen up, it's your boy DIRTh in the his house. That's the his house. Got a plan so slick, gonna make your pockets his house. I got an app that's gonna change your life. But before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say the earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. Black treasure, that's the line I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Flat earth, that's the lie I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. while I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, the icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go. It's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. I'm a scammer. Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go. It's not about the thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go. It's not about the thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. The scammer, I play the game. Gonna hustle hard, gonna rise to fame. But remember one thing, it's all a ploy to make that green. I'll be your decoy. So if you wanna join, come take my hand. But beware the tricks, it's all planned. DITRH, that's my name. In the world of scams, I got the fame.
I'm a scammer.